You're on. We have some big too. Yeah. My blade. There was more tension.
All right, guys. I know that's probably still pretty loud, isn't it? I have not fixed that yet.
I like it loud though, Jay.
I've been working on the website.
Oh man, this is my favorite part of the day. Anyway, my favorite part of the week, aren't we?
Yep. Let's turn this down.
I don't think it's waiting. It's
like, oh,
hang on,
hang on. That's not a technical issue.
That's an individual issue.
Yeah, that was not a technical issue.
Pat Jennings always here early. And I want to say thank you, Matthew Kearns, upgraded to our forum and membership. You're going to be, part of the raffle that we got going on tonight. If you want some, Jim Kunkel, you're a new apprentice, buddy.
I don't know if Jim, by chance, are you the one I've been talking to? I only had a Jim on email we were talking back and forth about some stuff. You had questions. Don't know if that's you, but welcome.
Welcome. Micro Age, I've been actually talking to you all week. Circle T, Utah. Good evening, buddy. Craig from Detroit. Hey, Craig, how you doing, pal? And Heath, he made it. Heath made it. Let's bring that up right now because I got something today in the mail from Heath. And
I did not hear about this.
He didn't hear about it either because it just came in. So we're going to do an unboxing right here. And right. I think I already know what we got going on. This is nice
Troy
stuff,
Larson,
guys.
Oh, I know.
So, you know what that is?
What this is, yeah.
Everybody, I know we've all been talking about the Podgers. I don't know if you guys saw the Podgers video we put out this morning, but one, it's doing really well, and two, our website blew up today because of the Podgers video because everybody wants one. So. All of the members that got their Podgers already, I know that 60 of those 100 already went out. I'm sure the next 40 is not far behind it. But if you guys already got it, my friend made us some sheaths for our Podgers. Oh, and they fit perfect, too.
Oh, man.
So I guess for in the summertime, my Podger won't get sunburned. And in the wintertime, he's got a little jacket. So we could bring him out in the cold with us.
That's going to be good. That's awesome, though.
It is.
You know, that's driving me crazy. Keith, I used to do some leather work, and I have so much leather sitting in storage. I should get you some.
I know.
Yeah, I
asked him.
I want alligator skin one. No,
I asked him. I said, "Are you looking to do a little side hustle? Want to make sheaths for everybody?" And what made it more special is no, this is just a gift.
Oh, he's not doing it.
No,
okay, all right.
Which makes it better. I don't want to say not better for you guys, but it's better for us. It's special that I know that only Heath and I guess us have the sheaths that he made.
I love it. Thanks, Heath. It's fantastic.
You know, I got to say some of the members, even though we just started this a few months ago, I mean, we have 165 members that joined. So I want to thank each and every one of you. And we try to get you something cool. To at least watch, learn, or maybe you get some cool tools.
And now something cool that Pat Jennings will want to buy. Pat, no, you can't buy it.
Sorry, Pat.
Sorry, Pat.
We've shared a lot of things, you and I, Pat, but it looks like it's Heath and I with the
we got a lot of people on here
today. So thank you very much, Heath, and I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah,
and I appreciate. I talk to you a lot, and he's bought the Podgers. I just got your check today for the jig. For the dovetail jig that we're getting out. Now, these things, I told you, they're coming out. Everything with the jig was fine. We were having, I don't want to say an issue, but I was trying to customize something. And one of the hardest things I had to try to find was a router bit that was 1/4 inch longer than a normal router bit. And I searched the world, and I actually had to, I went to custom shops. I went across to Europe. You can't find one. So our Podger guy, the guy that makes our Podgers, Robert, he hooked me up. He made us some custom router bits that I'm going to be working with this week. So we're going to get that video out for you. I know that the jig works perfect. It has 5 or 6 different applications, but I didn't want to show it until I had exactly what I needed, what I wanted. So I know that there's already 15 of these things that are made. They're being powder coated right now. So
I know you put a lot of time into that router because it's going to be worth it though. Or the router bit once that gets worked out, because that's a big deal.
I really thought we put a lot of time into the router plates, how it worked,
Mm-hmm.
what to use it for, doing all the practicing. And the toughest thing about this thing was actually getting a router bit that's a 1/4 inch longer. So,
And Robert, he's never going to be able to retire now.
nope,
Just never.
never going to be
Sorry,
able
Robert.
to retire.
Sorry.
Let me hit a couple of my
Yeah, we got a
guys
whole bunch of
before we
people.
get going. We got Jeff Nash, the 3 thumbs up guy. I speak to him all the time. So I love this guy. And you're just down south from me. We also have Brian's farming video. So Brian Brown. Some of these guys, Heath's already been on the show, Brian Brown. And I didn't realize this, Brian and Brian's farming videos. This guy has you have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I actually get 3 videos from you every day. I'm surprised
I
how
don't know
much
why
content
he even
you
talks
put
to
out.
us.
Sorry,
I don't know why
I
he even talks
talked to
to
him
us.
because he just got himself the 136 Max.
yeah.
He had a couple of our buddies, had George over there trying to show him how to straighten some stuff out, cut some lumber. He's asked quite a few questions, and I greatly appreciate you. So thank you, Brian. Thank you very much, buddy, for joining in with us. Black and Gold Farms from Massachusetts. Mr. Boatwrights.
Boatwright.
Now we know where he comes from. We got him from Bunyan.
Yep.
And then Robert Red Taz Dog. That's Robert. So if you see him commenting, he's the Podger guy. He's the guy that just helped me out with the router bit. Who knows what's next we have for this guy? Because I give him an idea every day that we can do something.
He's going to stop answering the phone.
He's turning his
He's
passion
turning his
into
phone.
a job, I think.
He's, what the hell did I do?
Exactly. Adam Roof, good to see you, buddy. Now I know we had Adam Roof on, and we're trying to get as many of let's say our members. We do like a member spotlight. It's good for us to meet them. It's good for everybody here in the group to meet them.
Yeah.
And everybody has their own story of actually why they're here. Some guys are just enjoying it. Some guys are just learning. Some guys are sawmilling, some guys are timberframing, some guys are in the shop. So we have a wide array of people.
And we have 2 different types of lives going, and I kind of like that we're doing this. I mean, we get a lot of chance to really see who's who, and
it's
you know, on both formats, and it kind of ups the audience, which is great.
And this is why we didn't do a let's say members only live. We took it to everybody here. But if I look at the line, I can see the lineup on the comments. You see that little sticker next to everybody's name. Even the Kilted Sawyer showed up, and he's doing a live simultaneously right now. So let's see if Nate Bissell shows up,
because he's doing a live too. Yeah,
he's been threatening to buy a membership.
I guess it's
I guess he's having credit card issues.
Okay. Me too, but for a different reason. Never mind.
Okay. Worley Woods. Is anyone here in Eastern Tennessee? Now I know we're in Eastern Tennessee. Adam Roof, I believe you're not too far, just down south a little bit. Something flying.
No, just making sure nobody's watching us. They're in East Tennessee, so you just never know.
Watching us here up on Timbertown.
All right.
So yeah, if any of you guys are in East Tennessee, comment to him, because I'm hoping that, you know, with the community that we're building, it's not just, hey, the live's here, that maybe you get to meet somebody that's your neighbor.
It's been a huge part of this whole thing already. We've had so many people that are connected, not just with us, but just everybody interconnecting, which is really give me chills. It's actually pretty cool. I mean, how everybody's interacting and how everybody helps one another.
Correct.
I mean, it's just been fantastic.
Because that's the kind of group we are, and the kind of guys that we're at. I mean, at this old age, who wants to fight anymore? We can either go fishing or cut wood.
If I fight, I'm pulling muscles. It's not looking good for me.
Hey, neighbor, he's in Kentucky. James Gate. Well, thank you, my friend. Well, I almost moved to Kentucky, and I don't want to say lucky I didn't, but I found a much better place. But it was really, really close. So
Kentucky's beautiful too. Yeah,
it was beautiful.
This whole area
was beautiful. Tom Finley's with us. He's only 20 minutes from Unicol. So there you go. 20 minutes to go sawmilling with somebody new. I don't know.
Could be fun.
Could be fun. You never know what's going to be on the barbecue.
Oh, we have all kinds of. Wow. Okay. There's a whole bunch of. I'm not. You've got more people. I'm not. My feed's not keeping up with your feed.
No, my feed's ripping right along here. So guys, if I'm missing you, it's like a ticker tape machine. And if either I'm talking or I'm trying to watch this stuff here. Look, Nate did make it.
Nate made it.
With his own live
Look
running.
at all these people like triple lives going on all over.
I just told all my members here that are on this thing that, hey, you know, you were threatening to become a member and part of the group here. So we're still waiting for you. We got a couple of guys that signed up tonight, couple of guys that I got to tell you, we get a couple of guys every day. And that's what really these lives are about. So I get to know you, you get to know me, not just on a video level. I mean, I know we're on a video, but you get to ask us anything you want.
Sometimes you get to know me.
And sometimes you get to know him. You get to know more of him than you realize. You just don't have to look at him very much.
And I like being behind the camera.
He does. Don't let him fool
I like
you.
it. I like where I am.
The camera and do all this, you know, chatting, trying to see if he can screw me up. And I think it works pretty good. Scotty Callan's with us. Buffalo Custom Millworks. Good to see you, Brad. Good to see you, buddy. So let's want to pull up our first. You know what? Let's not. Jay and I. We had a crazy week. So normally this is more about what you guys are doing and what's up. But let's hit some videos.
Hey, Chris, are you guys okay hanging out? Can we stretch out for a little bit? We got a few fun things we got to talk about.
We do have a couple quickies, and then we'll let you get yours.
All right. Well, you want to? Can we hit the video?
Hit the video.
If I can find it. Let's see. Here we go.
Hit the video. So all week, Jay and I have actually been framing the barn roof and getting everything set. So what do we call them? This is the hybrid system, the structural hybrid system of how to enclose your timber frame. And not only were we able to get 2 900 square roof systems done, we got a little bit of the plywood on. We even made a video for you how to install a system like this and what you got to do. And not only that, we pulled out 60 logs.
A lot of logs.
60 logs.
Yeah.
So we got a video done. We got 1,800 square roof of roofing done. We've got the logs pulled out, and we have a Saturday night live. So show them that cut. I know that you like that.
I like the cut. Can I show that one?
Let him show that.
This is the thing that I get to deal with every day, and this is just a little to pump Dan up a little bit, like he really needs it. But
cut this baby right in the air on the fly. In the bucket truck. 20 feet out. I could have zoomed in on the zero type. Look at that.
That's a pretty nice cut, Dan.
That's pretty smooth, Jay.
Nice work.
You got to learn how to cut in the air, cut in the field, cut on your back.
You've done that before, I think.
I have.
Now that's a really good example of our daily stuff right there.
It is.
Yeah.
And all this malarkey goes on. You don't get to see most of the outtakes because we have to cut. This is a wholesome show.
Yeah. Well, it gets pretty unwholesome.
So really, we had a great week. I think next week's video, if you guys are really thinking about timber framing, thinking about building something, this is an easy way for you guys to build a roof system. So I think you're going to like it.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a lot about SIP panel systems. I think you might even say that in relation to.
I don't think I did. But.
In relation to doing it stick-built way or hybrid way, what we're calling it, and there's actually store-bought wood in there.
There is store-bought.
I know. Wood. Don't hate us.
I hate to tell you that for my sawmillers, but yeah, the 400 2x4s came from the store.
I think it might be our knees. I think it was like, okay, we need some store-bought wood, so it'll be a little bit faster and easier.
We'll tell you in the video why we bought store-bought wood.
Oh yeah, spoiler
alert.
Yeah,
you already spoiler
it. I'm sorry.
So, guys, anything little small gazebos, this video is really going to show you how to quickly do this and make yourself a super strong structure. Not SIP panels. I hate those things. So, I mention it quite a bit of all the issues you're going to have when you use, say, the SIP panels, not to mention the big hole in your wallet so that you can't get yourself the
See, now you're putting spoilers out there.
Yeah, but, they need to. They need to understand not to buy those SIPs. Wait till next week. You're going to save a bunch of money. Order yourself some podgers. Get a dovetail cabin tool, a laser, anything. Then just spending it on SIPs.
That's right. Buy a crane truck instead of SIPs.
Maybe a crane truck, a mortise, a whole bunch of stuff.
An excavator.
So
all right.
We had a crazy good week.
Yeah, it was.
And now we're going to get to our members.
Oh, real quick. Here we go. Somebody, we haven't gotten to everybody, but this is kind of interesting. Wish we could post pictures. Do that. I just updated the website. There's a button on there to click, and it's just going to be an email. It's going to be a little clunky because we do all this ourselves. So I just put up pictures. Like Chris Weaver, your pictures are up there. I think I put Pat Jennings up there because he sent me one with his Podger or something. So I haven't put that up yet. No, I haven't put that up yet.
Okay.
So anyway, so you're going to be able to send pictures, and we're going to have a members section where we're going to just kind of rotate pictures in and out, or just see how. I think I can get a couple hundred in there. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. So yes, reach out to us on the website, and we'll make that happen.
And that's what we'll do. So we'll have a giant photo library of all the different guys' works, the things you want to show, the things you want to share, the things that you're proud of, the things you're not so proud of. I mean, I don't, whatever.
Yeah. Just don't make them inappropriate. I don't want to see that.
No inappropriateness, please.
Yeah. Wholesome stuff.
That's a different channel.
That's a different channel. All right.
Bigger Me, 5-star cuts. We have the feasibility, Jeff Nass, Circle T. All right. We've gone through everybody that's hanging around here right now. Ken B I guess he's from Connecticut. Am I wrong?
I think Ken is. We went through this. We've gone through this a couple times.
Anyway, Ken B.
Yeah. We might have missed a couple people. Hello, everybody.
It's coming back.
Thank you. Yeah.
So let's pull up. We're going to pull up a member for. So this is one of the foreman spotlights that we normally, or not, I want to say normally, we did them a couple of times in the morning. And next thing you know, we lost 2 hours worth of work. So tonight we have Chris Weaver. And you tell them the story.
Yeah, and Chris, I mean, I apologize. I mean, we talk, and I knew who you were, but I don't, because that's you met me, so you probably understand. But it was, and so we'll say hello to LaDawn right now, since we're not doing it on Saturday morning, because that was like a year or something ago. I was supposed to do that, and we never did do a shout out because I kept forgetting what her name was. And so, hello, LaDawn. She's out somewhere. I hope she's enjoying herself. And
she's watching.
Good. All right. Well, I feel better now. I mean, I do apologize. We'll see you guys at Bunyan, and then I don't know.
We were supposed to start every video with something.
I think that was. Yeah.
We don't know what we're starting on any video until the 2 seconds we do to. We're like, hey, what are we doing today? Well, let's just make a video about roofing, or let's make a video about Podgers, or
things have gotten pretty out of hand in a very good way. Yes. You guys are an amazing community, so it's kind of gotten a little big, which is great.
So tell us, other than just meeting us at Bunyan, tell us, why did you join this group, and what do you do? And I saw some of your pictures we're going to get to, which
I'm just going to pop up some pics too while you're talking.
Yeah,
you sent some really cool ones.
Yeah. So fortunately, I've got a lot of friends that are good photographers. This is our timber frame cabin that's totally off grid. Me and 3 other friends built that. About 10 years ago, we started. It took us 3 years. I started chainsaw milling about 2010 because I had a lot of big white pines on our property that were fully mature and starting to fall, and didn't want them to go to waste. They're not good for much else. And taught a young man how to mill, and next thing I know, he calls me and says, hey, you want to build a timber frame? So he designed it, and me and his dad and another friend that owned the property that we hunt on, we built this, cut the trees on site. It's the top of a mountain. It's about a 26% grade straight up. And that's when you get up to the top.
Yeah, great pictures, by the way.
Great. The young man who designed it is a heck of a photographer. It's totally off grid. All the lighting that you see is oil lamps. A really great experience. It really takes you back. You also learn in the winter when you fire up the stove, the meaning of the phrase "come crawling out of the woodwork."
What's that?
Because that's when the bugs come out.
Okay, I got it. Critter time.
Yeah, critter time.
Which is right now.
Yes. So
anyway.
Yeah, so this is all oil lamps lighting it, and we're real happy with it. It's just the most relaxing thing, and you walk inside that to this day, and it's just as fresh, no staleness to it. The timbers were all milled on site with a chainsaw. We didn't know any of your tricks at the time. We did have a Makita mortiser. We still have that.
And is this your first frame?
This was the first one. I had done some around 2010 when I first started. My father-in-law actually, a wing to this building here, the shop, we built the base with timber frame, a standard, typical floor section, the floor joists and everything. And we decided that was so much work, we were never going to get done. And because we didn't have a mortising machine or anything, so we just finished it stick built. And then after that is when, a few years later, is when this project came up. And the 20-foot 8x8 beams were dropped on site where the cabin stands. We did, aside from the mortising machine, and any of you out there that are thinking about doing this stuff without a mortiser, don't do it. Don't. Just if you can afford a sawmill, you can afford a mortar. They're not cheap, but you'll thank me. You will thank me. Please get it, and whatever you have to do. It was still so much work after we built this thing. It took us 3 years, really 2 years of work. We had a year where we had to, it's hard to get to. Like I say, straight up a mountain. It's downhill in 3 directions. You can't see another house from it. It was so much work that I said I was never going to do this again.
Yeah, famous last words, right?
Famous last words. And so I kind of stopped doing it, and still had a lot more trees falling on the property, needing to mill. About 2020, right as the plague started, I was getting ready to, I'd settled on Woodland Mills and got ready to order it, and the plague hit and everything was back ordered. I finally got it. I taught another young couple how to chainsaw mill, and they next thing I knew, they were helping me put the mill together. And
What mill did you get?
I got the 126, and the main reason is because the biggest equipment I've got's a Kubota BX25, and I figured I couldn't handle anything much bigger than that.
No.
But having said that, I've had a few things on that mill that don't ask me how, but it couldn't handle it. So I wished I'd have got the bigger one, because where there's a will, there's a way, right? You get it up there.
I think we said that in last week's video.
Yeah.
We said that.
You did, and I was
you're doing
cheering
the
you on.
126. I'm like, let's go to the 130, and then move yourself up, because your story is the same as every sawmiller's story, really.
It is. It is. It's any tool. You always want something bigger, right?
Always.
Yeah, it's true.
But it's a great looking cabin, though. It really is.
Thank you.
It's a very neat looking cabin. And then we got a couple more pics here. Let's see.
So this is my granddaughter. So she's working on her Eagle Scout project. And after I met you guys, found out that it was really easy. I could make tenons with my saw. I never thought of that. Thought how simple. Rounding off the tendons so they fit in the pocket with the mortar saw. All these things that were causing us so much trouble. So my granddaughter wanted to make for her Eagle project, wanted to make a kiosk for the National Forest Trail System. They were in need of it. So she got with the National Forest and designed this. I taught her how to use the software. She drew it up, the plans in SketchUp.
I don't. Yeah, let me go.
It was another use.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So anyhow, we got access to the National Forest roads with the conservation officer, went back in there. We pre-assembled this. It was with 6x6s, but it was pre-assembled here in the shop, and the scouts all did the work on it. I took them down to the mill and made the tenons. That did have to be treated lumber, so we did have to buy 6x6s, and that was a requirement of the National Forest.
Sure.
This is 20 miles out of dirt road, and then you turn up the National Forest road to get to it. We've got to put the signage on it yet. Can't get there yet because the snow hasn't melted. It's between 3,000 and 4,000 feet above sea level. So,
you see these everywhere in the Forest Service.
Yeah.
All the mappings, either on if you're signing in, going into wilderness areas, you name it. So that's awesome that you guys did this, and it's fun to do a project in the middle of nowhere and get something accomplished.
And one of the things you guys said was your beginning projects don't have to be a big project, right?
No.
Look, this is as simple as it gets. One bent, and you have no idea how the forest officer they were so happy of the way this was built and the choices that were made on it. They were just really pleased with it.
Because most of them aren't timber framed,
Yeah.
if you noticed.
Yeah.
They're not.
They have a different method. And I actually just vacationed by a place that was, built by the government back in the 40s. And it's a hybrid kind of timber frame. But
Right.
that's awesome.
The cool thing about this, I mean, your granddaughter, I mean, I don't know how she feels, but it's like once you've done that, you've done enough of the basic elements to realize that those skills are transferable to bigger and bigger and bigger. They're a lot of the same language, right? I mean, for the most part, I mean,
and we had several the Scouts now, so Boy Scouts, Scouts of America, and the girls have a troop and the boys have one. They do have meetings together, but they do things separately too. But they had scout leader had the girls out here, and they did the sanding and the prepping and all the work on it. It went up in just 2 days. One day to put the vent up, and the other day to put the roof on.
And next time they have a project that's like a 10 by 10, where they would have been scared, it's like, well, we could do that.
And then tiny house.
Then you're 44 feet by 160 feet, giant barn, and they just keep going. And it's the same principles, but that's awesome to get the kids into doing it, and if they like it and if they keep up with it.
And it's totally in line with what you guys were preaching about. It don't have to be, don't take, don't be stupid like me and do a giant.
I was just going to say, as I was just thinking about the barn, I'm like, that is really,
Because on paper, we're like, that thing's beautiful, and then
great.
you stand next to it, you're like, oh my God, we got to climb up the ladder all day long just to get to the bottom roof.
And we talked about the lodge too, which is, like 14 by 12s or what, I mean.
We've switched up my whole. We had I had huge. It was a 12,000 square foot roof lodge, and naturally I went ridiculously crazy on the design. And then after building this big barn, I'm like, we need to tune this down into a whole bunch of smaller boxes. Maybe not smaller square footage, but I learned a lot, especially milling my own stuff. What's the wood good for? How long do the pieces? So
length is a big thing too. Like we get into what happens in your
length. The biggest mistakes that I've made is like spanning and having everything as a 20-foot beam. You just get such an immense amount of waste with oak. You go through a lot of beams. You got to deal with a lot of maybe twisting or stuff like that. So smaller is better, and just learn to join them and just keep on going. But don't make a building with everything that's 20 foot.
Maybe not 12,000 square feet on the roof.
Because your cutoffs are even no good. You're like, what do I do with this 12-foot piece? It's not good for nothing. So
12-foot beam. I'll build a house out of that.
Yeah. So that was this fall's project. What you're seeing now is my grandson's tree house. And that was this summer's project, past summer. And it's made entirely out of white pine. And those are also, everything's scaled down for these little projects. They're 6x6s. And the other thing, Dan, I wanted to tell you, we used your method of, man, I wish I'd had this when we built the cabin. So we used your method of using the jig to cut the rafters into the top plate.
Okay.
That little wedge that you use.
Oh, I got you. Cutting the
worked like a charm. So this whole, we also assembled this frame in the shop here, and took dry fit it and took it up to the. We built the platform out of treated lumber, of course, between my house and my daughter and son-in-law's house, and in the back lot there. And there's my grandson showing off the timber frame portion. Fantastic. And then we clad it in white pine as well. We were going to put board and batten, but we just stuck with the boards. We like the look of it. It's not airtight. It's got shooting windows in it. I'm not sure if it's so much a tree house as it is a hunting blind.
Multifunctional, Dan. That's your type of thing.
It has the lift up. My son-in-law bought
the tree blind. You want a little airflow.
That's right.
The beam.
Actually, I had a big buck in the yard yesterday. It still has big antlers. I don't know what's wrong.
All ours guys are dropped by now.
Oh, he should have been. I don't know what's going on with him. He's real high rack too. Both antlers still on there.
Usually the big ones drop first too.
He's just taunting you.
know.
That's all.
Yeah.
Just messing with you.
I don't know. It's 85 degrees
Yeah.
here today.
Yeah.
So I don't know. 20 degrees. It was Monday morning was 20 degrees. We were working, and then it's 85. So
Yeah.
it's crazy.
But
Awesome.
but yeah, we get a lot of use out of it. And this shop here, I've been remodeling it, and this is taking up a lot of my time. But every wood surface you see here, in has came off of the Woodland Mills, with the exception of this T111 on the original outer wall, this brown here that you see. But everything in here, this all came off of the Woodland Mills.
Oh, yeah.
The ceiling,
Yeah.
everything came off of the Woodland Mills and off of this thing right here.
Yep.
My biggest question for you guys is, this sticker looks a lot like this one.
Does it really? Let me see.
Yeah, I was just thought
I
maybe
don't
there was
think
some.
we copied them. I think Will Johnson copied us.
That's right.
I
I
think
tell
so.
you that.
But
We've
that's
made
what.
some really good videos with that. I do love my Woodmaster. There's so much stuff that
Yeah.
you can do with it.
Mhm.
That's awesome to see. I saw it when you peeked around the corner. I'm like, there's a Woodmaster sitting right there.
Yeah, no, I had that and the Woodland Mills before, I saw you guys. And
Yeah.
actually, I was a follower of Bissell ahead before that. And because that's one of the things I do with my offcuts is been doing that all my life, make maple syrup in the winter, and we make charcoal for cooking in the summer with the cherry offcuts.
Jeez, right
He's on here
And,
somewhere, Nate. You
Nate-
see?
Nate was here.
And
Everyone
Nate,
watches Nate.
has the best. He always puts out the best show at Bunyan, And then when you guys came along, I told my wife I was watching, and my saw was throwing bands, and I couldn't figure it out. And then you did a show on throwing bands. I said, they're going to be at Bunyan this year. I'm going to go ask them. And I couldn't believe you were all together because I always liked Nate's. And so I went there, and you guys just told me exactly what you did and how you figured it out. Turned out I had ordered, I can't say enough for Woodland Mills. I can't say enough for their support crew. I called them, and we were trying to work it through. I'd done all the things that I could think of. And the pulleys weren't worn. I couldn't figure it out. I'd replaced the bearings, and I'd ordered some bearings off of Amazon, I think. And I spec'd them correctly. And it turned out those things were a fraction of a millimeter too thin.
Yep.
And Woodland Mills sent me free of charge. They just sent them to me. I didn't ask for them. They just sent me new bearings. Fixed them.
Honestly, I hear that all the time. I mean, they do to us, and I'm like, is it because we make videos for them? And it's not for them. We make videos about their stuff. But everybody, I mean, nobody I know pays for parts, to be honest with you. I mean, unless your mill's all, super old or.
Yeah. No, they just, and they're very responsive. I mean, their customer support is exceptional. You don't always see that these days.
Yeah, I've never seen really much like it. I mean, I won't even say it even in decades, because it's I don't know if I've ever known anybody as responsive as they are.
No.
And it's,
that was really one of the reasons I started making. I didn't really start making videos to promote products or to sell tools. I just really didn't. But their customer service, I've really never found any other company that is.
And they're a cool bunch of people. They really are. It's just a good bunch of people.
It is.
Yeah, and they gave me a hat at the Paul Bunyan.
That's right. They gave a lot of those hats.
I didn't even get one. There was 10 or 3,000 hats.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. They came up with all those. I'm like, they're giving them all away.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was awesome. They were so happy to see all the people, and that was a whole thing for them. So that was a win-win for everybody.
That was a big show for them.
For everybody. Yeah, it was good.
So I love that place. Hopefully we'll be going back again this year. I'm sure that we will.
Yeah. They're just a couple hours away from us, so we like going up to that and attending, and it's always a lot of fun. Anybody that can get there, they need to.
Yeah, that's a good. It's a lot of
It
fun.
is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's so fast for us. We're usually building something ridiculously crazy that I have to work 12 hours a day.
Maybe no.
And next thing you know, the weekend's over. I didn't see
Yeah.
anything in the show. I never left the booth. So
Yeah, maybe hey, maybe just everybody can let us know at some point. We're always coming up with different ideas. Like I don't think we could do another building this because there was the Sugar Shack the first year, which was big, and then the cabin, which was no small feat. The dovetail cabin jig made it really fast, but it was still that's a huge project with everybody coming in and being involved and working. I would love to hear what people think would be cool to see for us to be doing there. Like me, hopefully it's just me sitting back and Dan's working. But I mean, if it's something he enjoys. No? Okay.
I was just saying, what's different than last Bunyan? He had cake with Pat. They brought me a cake. I got no cake. And next thing I know, they got crumbs on their mouth. Everybody's drinking. I'm like, what is going on here? No, I don't think we're going to do any sort of buildings or anything like that. We might do some timber frame. I was thinking of doing some timber frame classes. Mortise and tenon, get everybody to be able to play with the tools, do some sawmilling expeditions, maybe teach the kids, have kids come up, or even the guys that want it. But I'd love to run the sawmill more, where I could just stop, be like, well, that's enough boards.
I'd like to see you have fun.
I want to have some fun.
I would like to see you have some fun, Dan. You've earned it.
Oh,
You were pretty stressed this last year. I could tell. You need to enjoy yourself.
A lot of work.
Oh, heck. It was a month. Took us a month to prep for it. We had wood coming from all over the country, wood that didn't show up. That was part of the project, so it was just like, we got to get this done.
And it was a great group, but that's still a lot of work
to
do. And everybody hustled, I mean,
Craig, we worked done in middle of Saturday. I think it took us a day and a half to do it. But yeah, it is, it wears you down. Yeah, I'll tell you that. I slept like a baby when I got home.
I just want to dig things with excavators. Like, I know. Put up a pile of dirt.
Thinking of just walking around and talking to people this year.
That's right. All right.
So, my friend, is there anything else that you want to share? You have any questions? It looks like you got it all down pat.
Not 100%. But good enough, I guess. LaDawn did just text me and tell you to say she said hi. So thank you for that.
Well, we hope to see her at Bunyan.
Oh,
and one of these days, there will be a surprise video where we say good morning on Saturday to LaDawn. So there'll be a lot of jealous people out there. But, I think we could do,
Why don't we do it on Saturday night?
Saturday, yes. Well, we kind of did, but, we kind of did. But,
You said good evening, LaDawn. That works.
Well, all right.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Contract is complete.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Nice. Well, thank you, my friend. It was really good to talk to you.
Yeah, good.
I loved seeing your projects. I love seeing your kids. I love seeing the stuff that you're doing. And please share as you're going along. But your pictures are already the first ones up on our website, since you're actually the first guy we asked.
Yeah. If you look, look on. It should be populated now, so it should be on there. And you can I think most of them are on there. Now I may remove a few and just keep a couple once we get going. But that was a great selection of photos. Really, thank you for being the first to get it on.
Thank you.
Thanks to LaDawn for letting you send us those pictures. We're just gonna say LaDawn a whole bunch of times.
LaDawn loves it.
Yes,
we love you too, LaDawn.
There you go, Chris. Thank you very much, man. We'll talk to you soon and see you soon, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you, buddy. We do need dovetail jigs. Devin Landers on there and Wiley's Firewood. Everybody needs a dovetail
They
jig.
do. Hey, just so everybody knows, we're going to, at some point, keep in mind, we'll just keep those questions coming. We'll try to get back to those questions at some point. We're not ignoring you. You guys can see the feed. You're wonderful. There's a good chunk of you guys out there, and that's fantastic.
I do. I see a lot of people talking to one another,
which I love.
I'm not sure. Am I missing any questions that came up? A lot of guys actually were just talking about the sawmills that they have, that they're newbies to the channel, and
let's take a couple. Hey, Chris, are you okay with Chris? See, you okay with a couple more seconds? We take a couple questions and then we'll dig in here. Let's just see if I can find a couple questions on here. So this is actually a question that it comes up.
Okay, it does come up.
Yeah.
If you're using stickers made with pine, do they all stain the oak? We use pine stickers. Sometimes I use oak on pine, and I can't say that it doesn't. Most of the time I'm refinishing it anyway or planing it, and it's not a problem. I know it's a worse of a problem if you use wet pine stickers and you're putting kiln dried lumber in a kiln and then you cook that sticker into it. But anything touching oak, especially white oak, you're going to get marks.
Coloration comes fast on that. I think that was also when we talked when
we
George
did the video.
George was
We
here,
had the blade stuck for less than a minute, and with the blade, and it wasn't even stopped because you kept the blade rotating.
Yeah.
By the time we took the slabs apart, we had a black line on there. And it happens to us all the time with the white oak for sure, even just on our forklift that we put Jay's leotards on there quite a bit to make sure that they don't touch the steel.
I need to buy some new socks.
We do, yes, no more socks.
We got to come up with a better way for that, I'm telling you. Yeah, but we mark it. Everything gets marked. We move. You guys have seen all the videos. I mean, we've got these huge stacks. We try to stick to dry pine with pine, oak with oak. But, we get these big stacks going, and I'm not going to lie, you're going to find that.
And they get intermixed. We have buckets and buckets and pails. I don't want to say pails, pallets of stickers that we reuse. But a lot of time, and with the pine, if I'm cutting wet pine, I cut the stickers, the same exact sticker that was part of the wood, and it goes in fresh with it. Then it's going to get used somewhere else at some other point. I can't promise it's going to be pine on pine.
And it also depends. Probably, I mean, I don't know if it really depends on your final product. Like a lot of our stuff is going to get reprocessed again. Not that you don't want it to be perfect sitting there, but we already know that we're going through things are getting planed again. They're going to get edged. They're going to get all kinds of stuff. So I mean, we're always going for flat, always in good wood, but we know we're going to touch it again. And so that.
I stopped sweating about it, because there's just so much. If I took away every board that had a mark on it that I didn't, let's say I would only have half the wood. So we just rifle through it, and if need be, we cut it out. If we're building furniture where it can't be there, we just sand it out. I mean, it comes out. Just might need a little extra work.
Yeah, well, it's wood. So, hey, Jim, I got Jim from BC. I don't know if you're the one that is that the Jim that
is it the Jim from BC? Should be my guy that has an island who has.
Is that Jim?
I think he's got the dovetail jigs. He's got the cabin jigs.
Well, because he
just got himself the 36.
Okay, yeah, I just had it.
Yeah, 36 is on the way. This is our buddy. He's almost like Pat Jennings. But I mean,
I'll have to check my email because I didn't know. I think it just said Jim. I didn't get any.
You know what? Jim. There's another. I hate to say it. There's another Jim like 6337. So sometimes I think I'm talking to you, Jim in BC, and I could be talking to some guy in Rhode Island. But I do remember all the tools you make, and he comments on every one of our videos. And when I go to BC, I'm going to see if I can talk to my wife and make sure. I want to swing by. I want to go to the island.
I love BC. I mean, I went to school up there and spent a lot of time around there. I love it. Hold on just a second, guys. I'm sorry.
So MC Sawmill here. You guys need to find a big married white oak Y log and saw it on that new mill. The figure on the one I have was amazing. It was. I did watch that video, and I hyped you 3 times, my friend, because I knew that was my log. I got to tell you, today I found 6 divorced pines that you would like, super cracked, like they've been divorced, married, divorced, married, divorced, married.
Angry divorce.
There was an angry divorce. And we want to do those special ties with the little MC. There's a bolt. He wants to put a bolt in instead of the.
Oh, but he's so casual about it. It's like, we're going to use epoxy and bolts and stuff anyway. And I'm like, and it works.
It's George. Pretty casual.
But it is George. So he knows what he's talking about.
He's from British Columbia as well, Canada. So there you go, Jim. You got feasible, buddy, right by you. I don't know how big BC is. But
you guys probably know each other. You're both from
like Jersey Shore,
it's like
right? It's just down the block.
Yeah. That's funny.
Oh my God. There we go, Georgie. Micah age. I'm from the St. Andrews by the Sea, North British Canada, Snowbird in Florida. Returning next Friday and starting a timber frame structure. I do remember you telling me that you're getting ready to go home. I think I just sent you carbide blades. I don't know. Carbide blades. I think we had a couple dozen went out.
I don't know how you keep track of it anymore.
I don't. Thank God the factory that I deal with, the girl is so awesome with the paperwork. I give them the order. I can't. The next thing I know, boom, boom, they're coming out. So
Yeah.
Everybody's been super, super happy with those. So if you're ever thinking about it, right there, he is my carbide blade guy. So
Yep.
yes, I do remember. And I'd have to pick up my emails now to find out your real name.
Yeah, that's a tough one because we're now, especially as it grows and grows and grows. I've got emails, people's screen names.
Yeah.
Then it's a different screen name, and I'm like, okay.
So yeah, so I know for us being here with the YouTube thing, it's easiest to track you guys by your handle, whatever you go by on YouTube. And right now you're micro age 2009.
That's right.
You picked it. We like it. But if you guys do,
Paul. He's Paul. Paul.
I know Paul Wilbur, right? I hate saying the wrong name, to be honest. I have friends, Crone.
Yeah,
I pronounced his name wrong for 15 years. This is way,
or at least a year. I mean, I don't know.
At least 15 years. Lately, it's been more. But if you guys do, come on the website, or if you're looking to get any of the tools that we have, because we're only doing these specials for our members, guys. It's not for everybody that just watches our channels. It's the guys that, like you, that join in and be part of this thing. So what I need you to do, or even if you're getting Podgers, is you just got to give us your YouTube handle. And then I'll know right away that you're a member. You're going to get the special discounts on the carbide blades, on the lasers, on the dovetail tools, on the dovetail jigs that we're making here. Because the new jig is going to come out here within 2 weeks. I'm sure we're going to have a video on it, and then I'm just going to unleash them on everybody. I know there's 15 of them made, and I got 27 people on a wait list. Not all the members, so I'd have to count. So maybe my members are getting them first. That's how we operate here, and they're only getting them for that price. So you are $1,100 for this new jig that we got coming out. If you're not a member, I'm sorry, guys, you're gonna have to wait, and they're gonna be $1,300.
I can't believe how many people. I mean, you build something for yourself, and then all of a sudden, because we never intended to.
No, I just thought this would be a cool video. People are gonna like me using a router, and the next thing I know, I've got my cousin making jigs on Saturdays and Sundays to keep up with it.
Yeah.
But thank God I got him ahead this time, and we've got more jigs made. I just been holding off on that route a bit for my buddy. So, and Devin Landers said he's joining next month. So
okay,
we'll look forward to that, Devin. And feasible, right there, feasible went right to a foreman. We thank you, my friend, for joining in. I really, really do appreciate it. And don't forget all the discounts you get, all the stuff that these guys got. But I don't want to say that it was a special day. I mean, there's the plans from John from Star Hills.
Get that.
All the things that were given away before in the past. If you guys are new, hit us up. I will send you over all the codes to what we have to date. Now, I don't try to unleash something. I try to do one thing a month. I've got some cool things for next month. I've got the stuff we got going on for ourselves and the things that we have for you guys. So that's where we're at.
That's where we're at. All right. Well, we'll come back for some questions, but you want to get in and bring Chris C up here?
Let's bring Chris C because we've been holding him off. I know I've spoken to him for a few times, and I know he's just getting his sawmill running.
Yeah, he's getting restless. See, Chris, you're getting restless. See, I can see it. I think you're muted, Chris. Oh, wait, I'm muting you. Sorry. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Hello.
Yeah, so we're getting another 8 inches of snow tomorrow, so it'll be probably another 2 months before we can start putting the mill together. So,
where are you located, Chris?
Eastern Maine.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. You're in it for a while.
Jay's already in his bikini over here. I can tell you that.
Getting my summer skin on.
Rico.
That's right. Trying to talk to the wife about moving to Tennessee. It's either Tennessee or Florida, but this Maine winter is getting too much.
See, what they do is everybody runs from Maine and they go down to Florida, and then they're called halfbackers. And then they come back to Tennessee and they're like, all right, there you go.
That's half back. Yeah.
You're halfway back.
Yeah. I'm glad I came out here. I never would have. I mean, Tennessee was not something on my radar. And I just, even when family comes, they're just kind of blown away. But wow, and the whole region is really nice, And we just have really great wood here. Let's be honest. I mean, there's, that's it's everywhere, but I mean, we've got a really great selection. So that helps, so tell us a little bit about yourself, Chris. What do you got going on?
So one day I stumbled across your website. Don't even know how. I don't do YouTube very much. It was just something that came up my news feed. And so I've worked on cars
Yeah,
for
I just
40
did it.
years, and everything's about production. How fast can you get something done? And watching you guys, you were probably, I don't know, it was probably 6 months ago or so, watching you guys, and it was just flat rate. It was just like, you're not worried about the little mortising, hand mortising every joint. And it's like, nope, we're going to just drill this out and get it done. And so, back in the 1900s, labor was cheap, right? Now it's not. Everyone's
Yeah.
getting a lot of money. So the approach you guys took really spoke to me. It's like, no, they're trying to get things done in a reasonable time and push it on. So I just wanted to support you after that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's
I
awesome.
know a lot of the timber framing schools don't particularly, I guess, like our method because we move along, we move and groove it. And for us, it's about putting the buildings up. Really, it's not. I mean, I like my wood, but I don't want to make love to every piece of it.
No.
When it's standing, I don't mind,
there's
giving it a good lean against. But
Nice little hug,
Right.
little love.
But yeah, once you start making 300 mortise holes, you could throw that drill away.
Yeah. And I do a lot of mortising, love the mortise. I'm a big, I'm always the mortise. But even me, after, a couple of days working on the table, I'm like, all right, let's go switch it up to something else for the moment. Because I can't even, and we talk about it every time, like, how do you do this? Like,
Yeah.
we'd be here like for 2 seasons, we'd be here 2 seasons doing this.
We got a
mortise holes.
gazebo.
Yeah. Yeah. We got,
a
exactly.
gazebo done.
Yeah. Which that's fine if you got the time for it. But I don't. So.
It's a
Yeah. So
patience.
what's that?
It's like a patience game too, how I don't know, precise. And a lot of guys do love to do it with, hand tools. I like to plug my hand tools in.
Yeah. The quicker we get it done, the more we can get finished, right?
Yeah.
So
move on.
So what mill did you get? And it's not together yet, right? It's not together.
No.
Okay.
Last year we bought Wood Miser.
Yeah.
Entry level LX50 Super. So I'll get a 26-inch maximum cut, 5-acre lot. So it's not like I've got a ton of wood here. So I'm gonna end up buying a lot of my wood. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to going up to see John in June. John from Star Hill Timberworks.
Oh, so you're part of his class then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised he's not on here.
Yeah, John's cool, and he's
cool. I know that you have fun,
Yeah.
and he looks scary, but he's laid back, happy kind of guy. He's a big guy too. I mean, I'm 6'3", and my neck hurt.
Yeah.
Really.
But,
I just call him sir. So
Yeah. So hopefully that just lights the fire in me when I get back in June, as far as getting stuff done. So until then, it's just making my saw bunks and grubbing out an area that's temporarily. It used to be the goat pen. Now we're going to grub it out. We bought a skid steer last year, so hopefully by fall we'll be up and running. And yeah,
that'd be good though. But it brings up a good point though too, that you don't always. There's nothing wrong with buying because a lot of the fun too is if you don't have the time or the resources or the trees to go down and take the trees down, drag them out, process them. Because we're all trying to get down to the can. So it's just a lot of times the joinery and the designing and that part is, really the meat of it.
Honestly, getting the trees is one of the hardest of jobs. I mean, I wasn't kidding when I said we pulled out 60, gigantic logs.
Yeah.
No,
Massive,
this is our cutting. Actually, our cutting time is over. That was our last cut that we did, but it wipes me out. I mean, just even I had to fell a bunch of, but I went in there. I'm like, dude, you dropped 30 trees on one another. I got to go in and buck them and clean them. And so if you can get your wood reasonably, and I tell this to a lot of guys, is talk to your tree service people around you. Once they know that you're taking logs, take logs. So they bring you some crappy ones sometimes. Now you got firewood. So you can sell firewood or something on the side. But once they find you out and they're local, my friend, sometimes they'll unload on you and stock you up, and half of the work is done because the milling is the fun part.
Yeah,
I love
that
to
is.
run
The
the
milling's
mill. I
fun.
could run the mill all day.
We talk about like
Every
making
day.
cans. I could make cans
All
all
day.
day long.
Me
Just
too.
store those things away, and then I stare at them when they're all stacked in place. So
It's true.
You
It
know,
looks
it
good when
does
it's
look
all
good.
cut. I totally. I mean, well, we don't normally. Hey, we're going to run the mill for an hour. We run the mill. We run a full day, and that's what's planned for the day. I try to do that occasionally. We have to jump between so many different projects, just be timing and people. But normally, we're working on the roof. Today. We're milling today. We're joining or whatever. Try to at least group it so you don't have 6 setups. I mean, when we bring our tools out, you got 45 minutes of dragging stuff out.
we had a couple good rotations this past 3 weeks. We had, we were segmented in places for a few days, and then but able to move on to something else, and then come back when we need to. And
Well,
we did
it
a lot
never
of
gets
stuff.
boring
Yeah,
for
it
us
doesn't.
because, unless we're going for a crazy mill session, I mean, we might mill every day, for 2 weeks would be long. Let's say after a week of milling, we've got a pretty good stack of what we got, and I've milled our projects. And then you move on to timber framing, then you move on to standing, then you move on to, the assembly, which I love to assemble. I love to hang it. Putting it up is my favorite. My favorite part. Everything's my favorite when we start.
Well,
like building.
You say that for the first
building
10
those 13
Yeah.
rafters. Like, man, I love this thing. By 10, I'm like, we got to get done. This is killing 13. You were on the roof. And I'm like, hey, have you had enough of the roof? He's like,
I definitely had it. I hate the roof.
And we were only up there for a few days, but you get so excited to start, and then you're like, holy smokes, I really got to finish. So
the good news is you got 5 acres, so it's still enough room to spread out. I'm assuming, depending on your elevation and things. I mean, you've got room to work, so whether you're bringing in wood, doing your own stuff, you've got enough space to process, which becomes a big deal. It's a helpful.
I mean, I have a massive yard here, and it's
not
even an acre.
Yeah, but it's huge.
Of a working area, but I mean, the amount of logs and stuff that you can get in there and work on, you don't need a ton of room, but you need, a little bit of your own space. You're going to need more drying room, more sheds.
And less snow.
Less.
Amen.
You've been made. You need more sheds than we do.
Yeah, that's right. So what's your end game?
Yeah, so John asked me that when I signed up for the class, and the kids' housing is so stinking expensive. If we got them each, we have 3 boys. We got them each a 5-acre parcel wherever they wanted to go. In 10 years from now, I'll be at retirement age, and maybe I could, if I put the time in and learn and still love it, build them a starter home. So that way they've got a leg up in life. They're not strapped to a $400,000 mortgage. So
yeah, I like that.
That was a mouse under the table.
We have a mouse. We have a mouse. We have a mouse.
We have a cat that doesn't catch mice.
No. That's great. And that's so feasible once again, it's like we were talking with Chris Weaver. It's like you start with that smaller project, and then you realize, wow, I mean, basically a tiny house is just double it's just the same thing we just did, but double it, or go a couple feet higher. And now all of a sudden you've got, a loft and a bedroom, and like you said, no mortgage, things like that. So that's huge. I like that a lot.
It's more labor intensive to build your own house. It's more satisfying to cut your own wood, and you're going to find, timber frames are so expensive. It's only so expensive when you got to pay a guy like me to join them for you. If you do it yourself, you're going to be surprised how cheap you could put together a really nice house.
Yeah.
I mean, we did the carriage house in and out. Everything is top notch from floor to ceiling.
It's 2,500 square feet, I think.
I don't have $125 a foot in it. You can't. Every builder around here is $350 for junk.
Yeah. So definitely a money plus. I mean, again, then it's really, there's so many fun parts to it that
True.
So, and if you're doing it generational, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's something that you can't put a price on that. You can't do,
just the experience.
Yeah.
Of doing it with your family, doing it with your friends.
Yep. And if your kids like you afterwards, it's a good sign. That's
There's a good chance. There's a good chance. No, Chris.
That's
Some
right.
of these kids
It could-
are rebellious these days. That's why I don't
Yeah.
have any. I hire my children.
Nice.
I resemble that. I do.
The road dead cow.
So,
Oh.
well, that's very cool.
Did you have any questions or anything that you wanted to ask me? Anything you wanted to learn? Or
I don't know enough to what I need to know, but I or need to ask rather. But what I do want to pick at a little bit is drying time for timbers. Like this summer, I want to put up a timber shed, and then maybe work into a work shed off of that to keep the tools in, the blowers, the just all the support stuff. So is it feasible? Like, are we talking like 30-day dry time, or is it better for 3 months?
Hey, for what you're talking about, building sheds, workshops, and stuff. Every workshop the workshop I'm sitting in, we milled it, threw it on the table, joined it, and put it together. That's how it was always done. With oak, there's going to be checking. You're going to get twisting. Are some of your seams and gaps going to open up? It's going to happen. It's more than likely going to happen whether you wait to dry them or not. Pine, I would cut them into cants. You're trying to get them depending on the moisture content. That's why I say that our cutting season is over, because we only cut winter cut wood. I do not go into the woods and grab myself an oak tree when there's leaves all over it, unless it is an absolute emergency and I can't find a dead one. If I need one in the middle of summer, I know I have dead standers that I leave, and I'll go back and nab those. But you don't want the water content. You don't want the sap content. The winter cut that we did here with the pine, no sap. No sap. We used no liquid in our sawmill. I mean, no goo, no nothing. You do that in the middle of the summer, you're like tarred and feathered by the end of the day. So if you can get your wood at the specific time of year, which is winter, November, by you, it's probably November, December, January, February. You're probably still in winter cut where you are, even though spring is coming and the maple sap is running. And I'm only guessing that because I'm friends with maple guys, and I told them I ran out of syrup and I'm waiting.
That's right,
Nate. I'm waiting.
That's right.
So,
what trees do you have? What's the like standard trees up there that are easily accessible to you?
Pine, hemlock,
Pine, hemlock.
lots of maple, oak, mostly red oak, I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
Those
what do you have? Red oak?
Red oak, which is good to work with. I mean,
It's good. Stinks.
it stinks.
It stinks.
It's bugs.
I don't even want to know what it smells like, but it's not the best of pines. I mean, this whole shop we're sitting in right here is every piece of it is red oak.
It checks pretty good.
It checks good.
Yeah.
White oak holds together pretty, well. Chestnut a little bit better. Red oak rots quicker, only because of the grain structure of the wood. But you keep it sealed. My barn in the back is all red oak. Our drying sheds that are all outside are all red oak.
Yeah, there's no problem with it.
There's not a problem with it. You just you do get some checks, and I would just say, it stinks when you're buying logs. And I've done. I do this myself all the time. The log will be okay. Like I'm working on it. I'm like, this log is questionable. It'll be okay. Maybe not.
Yeah.
6 months, a year down the road, it shows. It could show itself. So, depending on the red oak that you get, ours, we because we are wet down here. We're super wet. We get a lot of rot issues. So I could cut down a beautiful oak, and one right next to it will be super solid, and then.
But you probably have some fun mill if you've got some that you can use and play with when you get the saw up. I mean, it's actually it's a good material to work with. Other than the stink, it's actually probably the saw's
stink won't change. But what you'll learn is that you'll get something on the mill, and once you smell that smell, you will know it without bark, without anything. Someone goes piece of wood, you're just passing by eating a sandwich. You're like, oh, that's red oak. But you can make yourself boards with it, makes great furniture with it, makes great siding. I've done a lot of trim work with it. So it is really, a good wood, and it's easy. It's an easy oak to cut on your sawmill. It's the easiest of oaks. I don't know of another oak that's as easy to cut than red oak.
Yep. And so you are going to cut some from your property though as well, right? You'd probably take some down on your property, or no?
Yeah, where the shed's going up, there's probably a few 18, 22-inch logs, so trees. So I've got to get permission from the boss, and because she
My
likes the
wife or
privacy.
yours?
Yeah, which boss? Yeah.
Mine.
Oh,
She
okay.
likes the privacy. She likes it when people come down the road. They're not looking in the yard. So
I got you.
But I mean, back to drying time though, it's really going to depend on a lot of factors on what you got in your, what type of drying shed you have and everything.
You're
What
never
type of
going to
wood
get
you're
the beams
working with.
dry. I mean, an 8-inch wide beam, even with an oak, you've got minimum of an 8-year dry time to get done. So that's why it's done green. It's easier to mill green. It's easier to join together green. The shrinkage on it is not so bad. You're going to lose a 1/2 inch. So if you do an 8x8, go back in 3 years, you're going to go over there, you're going to measure, it's going to be exactly 7.5. I mean, that's how mine is. And if you plan for it and the way the joinery works, you do your draw boring techniques like we showed you, those can be tightened up, because with the draw boring, as it's drying, it's actually releasing pressure on that pin and keeping it fed. And if need be, if the pin loosened up on you, you just pop it out and pound a new one in.
Have we ever had any? I don't think we've had any pins anywhere that I know of that are loosened up over all this time.
No, most of the time they tighten, because you're shoving a dry pin into wet timber, and the next thing you know is your pin grabs the moisture and swells into place. And that's where the podgers come in. When we're dry fitting, it's raining or something, I left 2 pins in the system. I've had to drill them out. We've got little jackhammers trying to get them out.
And we talk about that in the video, and it's the truth. I mean, it's one
impossible.
of those things. It's a real problem to try to use. I mean, you do it, but the amount of time and effing around that we did with, trying to pull temporary pins in and out. And I mean, I can't speak enough. When I get excited about a tool, I get excited about a tool. Give me a mortiser, give me a podger. Well, I do. I get really excited because I'm like, I know.
I noticed that if it causes Jay less work, it doesn't matter the tool
or the price.
He's like, did you see that new screwdriver? Like, I didn't mean that to bend in my pocket. It just twisted itself.
I do like tools. I definitely do.
You are a tool guy. Pocket tool guy.
But it helps. So, that sounds cool. Any, what else, Chris? You got anything else that's so what's next then? You're waiting for the snow to go away, and then
that's just pretty much. And then John's class in June, and
did you get the manual yet from him? I'm sorry, did you get the manual?
Yeah. So I sent it off to a printer. So we run a shop over here. Yeah. And I gotta get things printed from time to time. So I sent it over to him to get it laminated and bound into a workshop. So I've looked through it. I mean, I'm a very hands-on type learner. I can look at a picture and say, okay, whatever. But until I've done it once or twice, or watched, physically touched, observed, and I interact with things.
I'm the same way. I have to do it, but it's a great guide though too, because I've been doing 3D work and design, house design and stuff for decades now. But it's still, it's still better to touch it and feel it. But the manual is really good. I mean, it's really amazing. So it'll be a great thing. Like when you start in, then all of a sudden that stuff clicks a little bit too. So the reference that you get from that is going to be really good. So and John will be fun. I think
it'll be enlightening for you.
Yeah.
What you're going to build over there. I know several of our members, some are going to the May class, some are going to the June class. So I'm sure you're going to meet somebody that's on this channel right now that's going. If somebody's on there going to John's class, show yourself.
Let us know,
because you guys are going to have friends. You have somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. And once you learn it, and once you get a quick feel of it, everything is just putting the next. It's just piece. It's just giant. It's just piece after piece after piece. Sometimes all the pieces are the same, and you can build anything you want with it, any length. Playing with your sawmill. It's just practice. A lot of cursing, practice,
lots.
But I make mistakes daily. I just don't announce them all the time, but daily. I announce them to him, And
I go, no.
If I'm running around pouting, I'm like, I just screwed up bad, or is part of it.
Nothing that isn't fixable.
No,
And
it makes you remember the next time. You don't normally make the mistakes twice, but you're going to make some friends.
oh yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
but fun. Once you join your first tenons together and put your first knee brace together and actually raise your first bent, you're hooked.
Yeah.
And then we're showing you how to close them in the simplest, easiest, cheap, fast way, stronger than anything else you're going to do.
Yeah.
So,
And you're just getting started. So, I mean, you're going to John's class, and if you're hanging out around just this whole community that's growing, I don't mean just us, just the people that are here now that are kind of it's the entity of the community. I bet anything there'll be all this interest just in what people, there's always this cross stuff that happens. And that's really kind of cool too. Cause I love when somebody, we don't have a lot of time, but I love all the crossover and when people show up and it's interactive and they, just you know what I mean. So you're going to see a lot of that, and the class will obviously be a launch for that too.
It will,
yeah. I mean, it's just like Bunyan was for us. Bunyan, same thing. You're there with people like-minded, and it's just kind of continues. And it's so and so gets together with so and so.
That's what this really group is that everybody that's on here is a like-minded guy. Same dreams that you have, just to their own personal taste and learning.
And as you know, it's like Wood Miser, Timber King. It's everybody's represented here. Norwood. It's all just whatever you got. We're all well, you've said it many times. We're all millers. We're all up in the mill and we're doing stuff. And that's all.
The blade is the most important part about the whole thing. It needs to spin quick.
It does need to spin quick. Yes, it does.
I tipped.
It's well, you know how we feel. You probably know how we feel about that. So far. It hasn't proven any different, Somebody had a question on blades earlier. We'll get back to questions on that later. So, well, Chris, I'm excited to see what you come up with.
I know.
And I'm excited because you're going to send us some pictures when you're there with the mill.
Yes,
and we'll put that up, and then we'll get back to you at some point too, and we'll
absolutely
and see what you're up to.
At any time, we're going to be able to pull.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely like to talk. Because it's going to be interesting to know how you like the class and stuff.
It is. I definitely will.
Yeah.
I might try to come on live with you guys there. Maybe we'll pull. Maybe
while
you're guys. We did it one time. We did a live, and he had his whole class watch while we were there. Right. It probably would be a good idea when you guys are there on both of them. We'll pull up a live where he can get all you guys on camera. We could talk about your experiences, what you like. If you need me to straighten John out for you, you let me know, and I'll take care of that.
I'll leave that to him. Man.
Yeah. That's my favorite part of my job.
Oh, all right. Does that answer everything, Chris? For now, I mean, I know.
Yeah, until I learn more and know what I don't know, then
yeah. But I'm excited. I'm excited to hear what you.
Well, you can hit me on an email. I know that you sent me quite a few different emails. I can't remember exactly just what on all of them, but any questions, you let me know, and we'll figure you out, point you in the right direction. Or if anybody's up in Maine and wants to get together with Chris because he's got a bunch of buildings he needs help with,
bring your snow shovels and your snow plows.
Exactly.
We're tired of the excuses, Chris. It's time to get on with the milling.
Yeah, and I love. To be honest, you can shovel a path.
They can shovel that.
I mean, I keep telling these guys, I'm like, you don't want to mill in the winter. I love milling in the winter because I get so hyped up. I'm running around, keep them warm. In the summertime, it kills me.
Yeah, summertime. Maybe they make those little pop-up things, that are actually snow load worthy, so you could just throw it under one of those. Like they take to the soccer games or something, So
right there, Kennebec, my friend Brandon Dyer. Not Dyer, Dyer.
AKA Dryer Man.
He should know that. I got him to collaborate on the last of all my videos, and he was one of the members that won the Star Hill Timber Works. Right. Yep. He won the jig system that we did.
Make friends with him.
Make friends with him. But I know that you're sitting here looking at us right now. He just said, hey, let's connect because he is in Maine. And he has his own channel, which you can check out. And he's starting his timber frame journey. I know he's doing his sawmilling journey, makes a lot of cool furniture.
A lot of talented people.
To be honest with you, just a good dude. I've never met him in person, but I've honestly talked with Brandon years now on Facebook. Believe me, years.
I love it.
And then he sent a video of somebody talking about two guys timber framing and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I didn't see that one. He's like, well, it's me. It was his first video, and he made a short. And I told him, I said, hey, we're going to get you something good. So very good stuff. And he's in Maine. So,
I mean, I know Maine's big,
and
but
he
you
has
never
a
know.
lot of trees. He has a lot of trees. Hey,
That's
Brandon,
you got some trees.
you
for
got
Chris?
some trees for Chris. He needs some stuff. Just let him know. All right, he signed
I'll
off.
drag my trailer down and
He signed
take Kennebec and
off.
That's it. That's it. We no longer have Brandon with us.
Brandon's got, I just saw hearts come across the stage. So that means to me, bring your trailer, bring your chainsaw, and let's get this done. He might even help you load him. I think he's got a pretty good sized tractor. And I see a grapple bucket and everything on his. So check him out there. He's on there line. He says, let's connect. So when you get off, just send him a message, and who knows?
You got
Maybe
to
you'll become buddies.
when I jump into the room, I'll send him a message and
Okay.
All right.
get from there.
Chris, it was awesome. Chris and Chris.
Chris
You guys,
and Chris.
thank you very much. I hope.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a member, and stick with us.
And again, we'd like to say goodnight to LaDon.
LaDon.
Yeah, the last. He's off. You think she's still watching?
Oh,
now?
yeah.
Man, she's
Oh,
probably
well,
making
you know.
cookies.
All right, Chris. I guess we're going to answer some questions. You're going to stick around if you want, or
Bounce me out of here, and I'll just jump in on the YouTube channel. But thanks, guys.
all right.
See you,
We'll
buddy.
see you soon.
All right. There was some stuff.
There's a
going
whole bunch
on.
of questions
There
going
is. So
on.
let's get with it. This right here. Let's hit this professor right here because one, he's a member. Feasibility is a new member. He's got questions, but he's talking about. You see what that's?
This us?
Yeah, starting
Okay.
my tool hoarding. He has the Boozman 26-inch Princess Auto. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
With
Ooh, you got a Digger Derrick though.
a,
That's speaking your language.
Did you just send me somebody on YouTube said they just sent me pictures that, hey, I just got my truck, me and my nephew, and I know
Okay, feasible, and I know he told us. Is it Paul? No, I don't know if that was feasible. He's referring to Professor. I don't know what an AGT 26Y is, but you know what it is. So does that make sense between the two of you guys? So let's see. So he knows. So
I don't know what an AGT
I don't know what that
26Y
is
is either.
you know.
Harmon Stanford, you're never late, my friend. I didn't make a post in Woodland Mills today. But I'm glad to see. Of course, you're checking your cows, buddy. It's breeding season. I saw all the pictures you got. I'm expecting to come down there. I don't want to say have a steak because you named your cows and not hamburger.
Well, you never know.
Steak,
Steak,
T-bone.
yeah.
That was the names of my cows anyway. Good to see you, buddy. All right. So Feasible said it's a Chinese knockoff unit. Chain store. Okay, Princess Auto is a chain store like Tractor Supply. So where was Feasible again? Was he in British Columbia? Yeah.
I don't remember because I mean, feasible is that Paul? Somebody was. I say we're way back up on the feed now, so I don't even know.
You all lost?
Yeah. Oh, I'm totally lost.
Harmon can't find. He can't afford steak. It's on the hoof, my friend.
Get it. All right. No. Oh, that okay.
Yeah, British Columbia, Canada.
So-
Yeah. Now I got to tell you, my mill's a Chinese knockoff mill. They're all. I don't want to say they're all Chinese, but a lot of them are.
Yeah, most of them. A lot of them are produced.
A lot of them
just like
are.
most of the tools are. All right. So let's go back up here and see.
Hook us up.
And guys, if there's something way back up that we don't get to, like we
Do it
talked
again.
about before, just post it again if you don't mind, because we're an hour and something into this. And
Yeah, why are you looking into it? James Gates here. Does tulip popper shrink too much for timber framing? I have not done a lot with actually the framing portion of tulip popper, but it does shrink a lot. It does twist some, but I do know a lot of guys that do use it and they like it. And I am going to be doing some of it as well. So I think it would probably be best with the poplar is to cut your cans, cut them big, let them dry, let them twist, and then you can check your checks out. They should dry relatively quickly. I mean, I'm not going to say that you're going to get it down to 8%, but Once a beam gets down under, when you're in 15% and a cant, that's it. It's done bowing, it's done bending at that point. It's going to stay stable. It's still going to continue to dry. It's still going to continue to check. But poplar, gosh, such big, gigantic straight wood. I mean, mostly we use it for poplar siding, poplar T&G, roof material, stuff like that is what I use most of my poplar for. The doors, made quite a few doors with it. That stuff you all have to get kiln dried. But I would check it out with the poplar you have. I know that, you know, pick your straightest trees. I know poplar can end up with turns or cut your curves out. Don't try to de-stress it on the mill and think it's going to be okay. You can't take a bent tree. If a tree's really bent, yeah, no. I might have a 30-foot tree and I'm like, look at that oak. And I look down and when I'm ready to chainsaw it, I don't even measure it. I go to the point where the tree is turning or changing or there's a knot or something. That's where I cut it. And that's the size beam I get. I try not to get too crazy about cutting a curved bowed log. So hopefully that helped you out. I know that it really didn't from my experience, but I do know a couple of professional timber framers that used it, showed me old pictures of it. Look perfectly fine to me. I bet it's great wood to work with because it's soft hardwood. It's soft
hardwood.
Yeah, you know, guys, we're 60. It's soft hardwood.
Oh man.
Different channel.
Different channel. Yeah. Let's see. Here's a question. Canada. Well, I won't know a question about it. I live in Canada, and when it comes to building our property, do you have to get permits? We can't build anything over. Yeah, that you're going to have to check with all the locals. And then there's a lot of people that are from Canada here, so you probably get some answers.
Are you asking me about it? He's basically saying, or
Yeah.
do you have to get permits? We can't build anything. I do need to get permits. So even the only time I need to get permits is if I pour a concrete floor. I put a stabilized base here, but the carriage house is permitted. Believe it or not, this shop is permitted too. My barn is permitted. My pole barn for my tractor is not, stuff like that. I became pretty good friends with the inspector, so I got to give them their just due. They don't charge us much, and he never comes to really inspect. He just takes a picture for me, and he's pretty happy about
I
it.
still love when he showed up in the mud.
Well, that was the electrical inspector.
Oh, that's the electrical. That's right.
Electrical inspector. Here, this is how it is in Tennessee. I got a box that we just did put a new 200 amp service in, and it was raining
Like
that day. And
crazy,
because
muddy.
we just filled in the thing, it was muddy. He just looked at it. He was like, "Does the rest of the place look like this?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Here's your
from the truck,
He
like
never
100 feet
even
away.
got out of the
Yeah,
truck.
That's pretty funny.
But he did see, I mean, when we did the carriage house, I usually get the inspections once and then they know exactly what you're going to get with me because we kind of he goes, "I'm only looking for this and you guys are way up here." He's like, "Just send me pictures and you're good to go."
Let's over-engineer it. That's okay.
Right.
So, hey, this is funny. This is from Robert. This must have been when we're talking. Robert said he's not a quitter. That's who's doing the Podgers and everything. You know, Red Dog, right?
He's not a quitter. Why would he quit? Oh, why would he quit? We just made the video, for son.
George wants to know when we're going to put the roof on that barn. Interesting.
You missed the opening of the
Yeah,
show, my
we're
friend.
on it.
You want to
Yeah, let's
show him a picture again, because there's some guys that missed that stuff.
There you
But
go,
this is what we
George.
were working with all week. And yeah, the 32-foot section, the 32-foot high section's going up next week, Georgie.
Oh, it's so peaceful.
It's never like that.
My
when we're
daughter,
building.
my daughter was on here, and I didn't even say hi.
I did with your
Oh, did
dad.
you? Nice. I hope everybody liked that calm moment. So
That was.
yeah. So George, it's coming, man.
It's coming,
we're on
my
it.
friend.
We need your knees down here.
Yeah, but we saw the way he works. When it gets too loud, he has to take a break. So And I don't like when I'm framing, it has people criticizing by the way I'm doing it. So George, you could stay home.
You two are funny.
We put out there. You know what? I don't think George is a member, so he didn't get to see it. But we put out the whole 50-minute video.
That's
of
right.
George, Nate, myself,
Mhm.
cutting that, and I guess maybe next week I'll go public with it. But I know that my members got to see it first.
Cutting
So
some slabs with George. That was pretty cool.
I usually wait until I see the amount of views that all my members have seen it, and then I let the world see it.
All right. So who do we got? Let's see.
Paul Rentmeester. Hey, Paulie, buddy, how are you? That's what I've been meaning to ask. I don't have it in here. I'm gonna have to ask him in private because I need my engineer buddy to come up with something for me.
Oh, I missed that whole thing. I missed what you.
He didn't really. I didn't ask that. I didn't even tell you. I just been thinking about it silently. But since he's not making us the dust collector from that, I had another
Right.
project for him.
Oh, great. Are you talking about Paul?
Yeah,
He's
he's the thinker in our group. He gets it done. So,
Oh, geez.
B. Ellison, it's very good to see you. Dinner time. Man, I didn't get dinner today.
All right. Did we miss
Paul
it?
Rentmeester let me know. I know you know. You'll have that problem solved in 2 seconds, my friend.
Okay. So we talked about the stickers thing.
Well, okay, well, we
We're
didn't
saying
talk
hi.
about here
Okay.
is that our magnet thing.
Oh, yeah. Talk about that.
Let's talk about that because that's what we were going to do. I ended up, for some reason, and I know Heath did, I know Pat did, I know there was 5 guys who were like asking me, please, where do we get the magnets that we keep on our mill?
These things are
Boom, boom, boom. These are what you're looking for, my friend. I don't know how you do it. Boom.
There you go.
So
Very
what we
nice.
decided to do, we didn't have any, so we had a bunch of them ordered, and we're going to give 10 away to our foreman members. Because I like to do something a little special for the foreman here and there. They get their time in. And so what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to make a post next week about these magnets here. So anybody, it's only going to go out to the members that are foremen. So as the post goes out in YouTube, all you got to do is just make a comment. I don't care if you say hi. I'm going to get your name. You're going to get in the raffle. And next month, we'll give 10 of those magnets away. If you guys want to put them on your mills, put them on your trucks.
There you go.
Whatever.
Yeah. Airplanes. Put them
We'll try that because we were going to do the Milling Time stickers. Maybe we'll do that next time.
Mhm.
And this is because I had several of the guys wanting these. And really, it's just stuff for us to
Yeah, I've had
decorate
quite
our
a-
truck.
Yeah. I was
And make
surprised
our
how many
little-
people asked. Oh, sorry. Interrupt you there.
I think you're okay.
Yeah, a lot of people ask though. I mean, if I keep having people asking for some of the bigger stuff, and we're still working on. There's going to be some bigger logos for T-shirts and stuff like that. We'll do some. That'll come around.
Now, I don't know about, the only thing that this might not work for, Brad, is your Norwood guys. Because your
that's right.
fiberglass
That's right.
gives yourself a problem with getting the laser.
Mhm.
Our magnet's not going to stick on your mill. So what we need to do is if you're going to do it and you want it on your mill, let us know. Put you in the raffle. All we ask is if you win, you get it. You give us a picture and we put it up on our community board because I like to see us hanging out in other people's place.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like we're milling together. It makes me feel like I'm at your house milling. So
Wouldn't that be fun?
So there you go.
Yeah.
Jeff Nash needs one. Red Pig needs one. Black and Gold is looking for one. Adam Roof is looking for one. He went for the milling time. Jay just
I
sold
like
me a tiny magnet that got on my long sleeve for the milling time. Yeah, we can get those from the store. Those little magnets that we have, and we give away a lot of. These big ones, we have the special order. And we did that for you.
Yeah, I'll have some Milling Time ones eventually. I really like that one too. So that'll come around as well.
I want to stick there too, because did you see Critter 145? I'm just going to say these two right in a row. This guy comments on every short that I make.
Critter 145.
Yeah, he's not a member, but he
What do you
comments on every video.
Yeah.
At first, I was worried because I always knew we had one guy. I get a video up, and 2 seconds later, there's the one guy that hates it. So somebody is out to try to get us. But
Yeah.
I know it's not him. And right there, John Stoley. So stick with us, John. Now, John Stoley, you were one of the first people we had on our lives. Now we probably had more technical difficulties back then.
On that, yeah.
So just to say that I speak to a lot of you guys on the side. I don't even always tell Jay what's going on, but I get a lot of emails. I get a lot of texts. A lot of guys that actually buy the car by blades from me have my phone number and decide that, hey, 6 o'clock in the morning is probably the best time to give Dan a call because he needs to get up.
Get up, Dan.
But, you know, just to know that I do get to know some of you a little bit more just by the way you communicate with us. Like, I've never seen Jeff. I've been trying to get Jeff Nash to come on here because I don't know what he looks like, but he's on every live comment, everything on my Facebook. I'm just curious. I might just invite him up here for a day of sawmilling or something.
Just so we know
what he looks like.
Well, there's more of that coming.
So not only the comment and stuff like that, but John Stoley, he said
John Brote, who's always doing something nice on the weekend. That's that's gonna.
Nah, he's been traveling a lot.
I know.
Work.
Oh, is it work? Okay.
Yeah, now it was work. Last time he was in Disneyland and he snuck away and was on our live. But he's actually sent me. He saw my video that I lost my little rafter ties. Yeah. Next thing I know, I got a package of rafter ties in there.
Yep.
And now he just sent us this last month. This is about as cool. I don't know. How do I present this
I think you can't keep going. Tilt it.
You tell me what I do.
Here, let's just go
get it to Jay. He got us these cool. I wish we drank more whiskey, but.
Oh, I could start. Yeah, I've seen these before.
These
but not
are
like
cool, very cool glasses. Has our emblems here on the front. And the coolest part is the saw blade that's just jammed into the glass. Mm-hmm. So just these cool little gestures, just like the Padre sheaths that we got, the little Padre condoms, the jackets, whatever you want to call them. Guys, we totally appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say, hey, send me gifts so that I remember you, but I totally appreciate the thought and things that goes in.
Oh, yeah.
And just the camaraderie. So this is why I really want to help you guys all the time. And that's it.
Yeah, it's great.
We don't even need the whiskey, just the glass.
Yeah, that's right. John sent us a bunch of John Brote, aka John Stoley, sent us vodka and all kinds of stuff. So,
I know.
You
he was trying to get us drunk.
Yeah,
we might just have you out here as long as I could keep you away from the bottle a little bit.
Yeah,
we're by sawmills and cranes and stuff like that.
Those glasses are cool. I actually probably a year ago I almost ordered some, I almost ordered. I didn't know you could etch. You must have had them custom etched on the thing too. But they have bullets. But that was on like a saw blade. That's so cool. Anyway, fantastic. Oh, I'm just.
Are you taking notes?
No, I just scribble as I go along. I'm
like, what the hell are you doing? Is he playing crossword?
It's just I've always.
Are we boring you here?
No. That's why I was never very good in class because I just always had to be scribbling when I did stuff.
You need something in a mason jar for that class. See, that's why Jess doesn't want to come on live because he's stooped back in his chair right now, having himself one.
Yep.
That's a 3 thumbs up.
Oh man, 4 magnets, Heath. Yeah, we're not going to be selling them. I don't think they're just pretty expensive to produce. So
we're doing a giveaway right now. 4 How many do you have? Well, you're going to put them on your truck. You're going to advertise it too, guys.
Well, who has it said?
You need to be careful because I get stopped, believe it or not, in the middle of nowhere. Like we were in Kentucky. I got guys coming up to the truck. Jay's like, "Oh, shit.
I thought we had a fight coming up. We had a fight.
Not good." Dan said something.
Dan said something for sure.
I watch you guys on TV. So it's kind of cool, but you got to be careful. There's some weird.
Yeah. It was a Tom Finley said. Well, here you go. Yeah, Tom, that's not a bad idea. There you go. Put them on the truck. You can write off the mileage on your taxes.
On my taxes?
Yeah, that's good thinking.
What is taxes? I'm a retired guy. We don't make any money here. That's why we do giveaways. If we make a little bit of money from this membership bulletin, we buy something, we give it away to you guys. So, and this week, it was the Padres, the deal with the Padres that you guys got. And I'm not sure he's still on there, but I'd like to know. When I spoke to him this morning, the video had only played for 10 hours. And our website, Jay's like, what's going on? Are you answering all of these emails coming in at the Padres? I know he got 10.
I got a lot.
He got 10 emails
Yeah.
like immediately.
Yeah.
So,
And I tried to update the website to make it work a little easier this morning too, just to try to make it clickable, to make it, because we don't sell this stuff. So we're actually trying to figure out how to get you to like the Robert, or how, if it's going to be a website, or like John Anderson stuff from Star Hill, that links directly to his site, the Dovetail Cabin Tools. I mean,
none of this stuff that you're getting is a profit. Let's just say that we make profit on. All we're doing is making the connection.
Yeah.
I like to see that you visited the website. So yes, we put up the prices. We put up what you can get. You click the link, but you'll be dealing directly with Robert. So if something goes bad, you go to his house, not mine. But I know that that's not the case. Everybody's got a Padres array. The 60 went out, and I've been getting emails just saying how, even Pat had a picture. I don't know if you even put it up.
I haven't been able to put it up.
We didn't put it up yet.
Yeah.
But Pat
Jennings
was here as my guest member, and
he was
there the first day when I opened the box, and we got to use the Padres, and he really lost his mind. And honestly, Robert, I did another Padre video here today.
We're doing low tech.
Low tech.
There's Pat
holding his Padre.
His Padre. That's what
Pat
I got.
Holding his Padre on camera.
Pat, not that kind of show, Pat. Put the Padre down. All right.
Oh man, we actually have a real question here from Randy Lehman.
Yeah, I was going to put that up there. I just saw that.
Let's do that.
Oh, wait, I just lost it. What did I do with it? Is that it?
He wants to put it on his digger derrick and his mill. All right.
Well, I love that.
I love to see it. Are you ever taking your digger derrick off the property, my friend? Are you getting your commercial license, or do you already have it? Red Taz Dog is hiding. He's hiding because he's answering emails about how many Padres do I need to spin this week, and how many paid days off from work can I get so I can get this done.
Just think of the small group of people already that were probably retired or slowing down, and then got involved with you and I, and then all of a sudden they're like, "What the hell?" They're making Padres. They're doing stuff. They're making.
I say if you
jigs.
buy a Padre today, it's cheaper than buying a Padre tomorrow. So it's really an investment in tools.
I love it. It's
and
one of my favorite
things. Last forever. I never have a problem with an investment in a good tool.
No, not at all.
I mean,
buy once, cry once.
Yeah,
that's it.
So you got that question?
I do. The inspector one, right? Is that the one?
Okay, let's go. Question: when you have your structure engineered, are you good with your inspector? Does your inspector really know what's going on in timber framing? No, none of them. Zero. I don't think you're going to find anywhere in America where the inspectors are. They're actually, the beautiful part, let's say about me, is one, he's seen our work. So honestly, the first day I met him, they offered me a job at their county, and I'm like, hell no. But
I can see that.
No, that's no.
Do you want a job here? What the hell?
I don't want a job. But the inspectors here and anywhere else. So most of the time when you're doing something that needs to get a permit, you need to get an engineer to stamp your plans, which overrides anything in any one of the building departments. Now you could, and
it does, huh?
It does,
I didn't know
because
that.
when you go to get your building permit anywhere, they follow the latest code book, and it's all about conventional framing, which has nothing to do with it. They're not trained in how a timber frame goes together. Now, the only one I ever heard was having a problem was, God, what's our boy, the musician, Gilly?
Oh, Gilly,
Paul Gilly. And I don't know if it was his first one. He is up in Virginia, but his inspector put him through the ringer on every joint, everything. And it's probably because he didn't know, but let's say certain inspector types have to be right, have to have this, have to have that. Other than that, I've mostly worked my whole life in rural places where you had that permits, but you get to, I don't know, I get to know my inspector. I always get to know my inspector before I start. That is the key to actually getting yourself a permit, is to go down to the building inspector and make sure they remember you. in a good way.
Well, yeah.
Until
I
it's a bad way. But
well,
I'm always sweet as candy on my way in.
you are pretty sweet when you want to be, aren't
when
you?
I need to be.
Yeah,
I know how to manipulate that system. But yeah, give me something wrong, I'm going to give you hell. And it's never been a problem for me.
So okay, so what you're saying is you've got, because we have our engineered plans for the stuff that we're doing, and plus you have all the experience. But then it's just be as nice as you can, and and know that if you're adhering to the plans, that's going to be your overriding.
Correct, and
thing.
he's never even opens the plans. He comes and looks at the building, and he's kind of in awe, and that's really about the end that I see with him. I don't even know that you need the experience because. One, I always take out my things as a homeowner. I don't run a business here in Tennessee. I never ran a business here in Arizona. They would have known me under my business name because we took out millions of permits. Here, you take it out as a homeowner. There's actually a lot of benefits to taking out as a homeowner than it is taking out as a contractor. I don't want to say how easy they're going to be on you, but you're going to get length in time. You're going to be able to. I do my own electric permits, my own plumbing permits, my own building permits, just as a homeowner. Pure and simple. They can't say no here in Tennessee. Can't be done. Now, maybe in California, you might have to have a licensed, registered, insured contractor. But from where I've ever lived in Arizona, New Mexico, here, Colorado, homeowners rule, and they can't say no. And as soon as you bring in a stamped plan, they just override it because all of the, let's say the inspections or anything about that plan go back to the engineer. It doesn't fall on the county. I've never seen a timber frame fall down that wasn't 300 years old.
There you go. That's true. That's true.
Something had to go really wrong.
Yeah, let me go back to something here real quick. It's totally unrelated, but it was somebody, Michael, that we, lots of larch, fir, pine here on my property, but this is great. Poker straight, 60 to 70 feet. Now that's kind of some of what we've been pulling out from the pine. Yeah. Some really long, so that's really nice. And depending on 18, 19 large. Okay, so 18 to 19 largest butt on a woodland mill.
And a 70-foot tree?
Yeah. That's a skinny little.
Yeah. Is there any ask here?
No, I just thought that was interesting. I just came up, I'm like, he's running it on a woodland mill.
The pine you're really going to find is going to be super straight. I mean, we have some that I have to cut the logs. You're always going to get a bend or stuff like that. Our pine isn't super big. It's super long.
It is long, too. But that's why that's stuck out.
We're getting 24-inch bottoms, 34 feet up. I'm still, a 16-inch beam. So by us, everybody's pine's a little bit different, but the southern yellow pine that we have is tall, it's straight, it's long, and it's heavy. Period. White pine isn't going to be like that. It's not going to be so heavy for you. And I have a couple of trees I'm supposed to get. I didn't have any white pine, but these things are monsters. I mean, monsters. It's got to be 200 foot tall. I don't even know how wide in the butt end, but we got that new 136, so I'm not too awful worried about it.
We'll be putting that to the test. So.
No. Mr. Joe Rob Jossie had joined us because he was too busy editing video. You can't edit videos and watch video at the same time, guy?
What's this? Hold on, what's this? Oh, wait, hold on.
I got you. Bob Black. What do we got? I think I would love to get some wheel hub spinners for my trucks for the magnets. I already know
bringing
that
back the spinners.
Make sure you get onto that list because you might get 4 of those. You give me those big 20-inch.
Bob's bringing back the spinners. I had to have spinners, boy. I was like, I had to have these spinners back in the probably 91. I don't know when it was. That's pretty funny. That's good stuff, Bob.
We got somebody else, RC Dreaming. It's poplar trees, good for timber framing.
Yeah.
Is it the same guy that asked that question and we went into it, or is this a new somebody?
I don't
new?
remember.
We'll see. Yes, but I have not done it, so I can't tell you. I have made a bunch of knee braces and stuff like that. I'll tell you what really made the nicest knee brace was the mystery wood.
I still don't know what the
that's
not
sweet gum. It's
yeah,
sweet,
right.
gum.
Sweet gum.
For a while, we would carve into it. It looks like oak bark, looks like an oak. You get into it, you're like, is that hickory? it's sweet gum, and you can smell the sweetness of it when you're cutting it. The grain is very much like it's like a poplar pine grain, but it's a hardwood.
Poplar's an interesting. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's
But
interesting.
that sweet gum, the knee braces, we have a couple of knee braces that we made with it. Were awesome. Now we did make some beams with it that are semi-questionable. It has a very weird way that it checks compared to oak.
And I wonder if poplar would do the same long term. If you're doing large cants, large beams, I wonder if we'd end up with that same. It's a great wood for so many things, though. But it's
Do you know the best part about poplar, I would think, is that it's so big, or it's so big here, but most of the time tulip poplar is huge that you might be able to get free of heart. When you're center hearting everything like the way we do, and you have to do that with the oak trees and stuff that we're here, because an oak, it's just going to bend on you from the outer layers of the cut. It's not going to check so bad. If you get free of heart wood, which that's why we used the sweet gum, because we do free of heart wood for our knee braces, because it's just too thin, and a 4-inch piece you would be all heart, and then you're definitely going to get a crack.
Yep.
So that's what I try to do. But we're going to get into it. But I think the poplars are big enough to get yourself 8x12s on the outsides.
It'd be interesting to pull, because we do have some cants. I don't think we've used them for.
No, we might have one or two that we've thrown in the pile that maybe have been overlooked, and I'm probably not taken care of the best. We have some stuff that we just have not enough drying area and too much weather. So we have some stuff that's under tarps, which is not consistently perfect. Right now, I've just been leaving my pine out, other than my 1x12s that are under, we've covered them with paper and stuff like that. But they're drying fast.
It's getting way too much wood to even have cover for it. We'd have to.
It is.
The
problem
airplane
is,
hanger.
yes. Well, as we use it, if you notice, we emptied. We built all the rafters. Once we had a massive load of cans sitting here. And now I look in the yard, I'm like, look at all the room we have, because we used them, and they're all put together and they're all waiting to be assembled. But then it's going to empty our drying shed.
Yep.
Problem with my drying shed is that it's 17 foot wide, so 20-foot beams don't fit in there.
Yeah.
And when I've got 18s or something, I've got to leave them outside, and I'm just air drying.
I had some pretty great looking stacks sitting around here, though. I like seeing.
I do. I like leaving them. I think
too.
we're gonna probably cut some more next week after we hang that roof, just to get the ambiance back into the yard.
What was it? Somebody said that they hear about that poplar can twist and stuff a little bit.
It can. That's why what I explained to them before. So if you're looking for an 8x12, make sure you're cutting either a 9x14, 10x14. Let it dry, put it out there, and then you can come back. If you get any twists to it, you can recut it again. Gives you enough room to take an inch off each side. Either you'll get more boards, or you cut your waves out of it. Once any of the wood gets, I say 15%, but really between 20 and 15%, it's done doing any sort, not so much checking, but bending and twisting. So you should be able to find out within the first, if you really wanted to, 6 months. I know guys that actually cut their cans and leave them for a year. I mean, the massive pile of lumber that we have, as soon as we get this roof on, we're going to have a gigantic drying stage in the barn for us to get ready.
Yeah.
So before summer hits and Jay and I get out of here on vacation for a little while, I'm planning on milling as many of those beams as I can, which is going to give them 6 months to dry before I'm even going to start kneading them. And then I'm only going to knead them in successions of what we're doing, but I'm trying to get all my beams set, cut. Once we do my house, I'm going to want to use a little bit drier timbers than green timbers that I've been using for sheds and things like that. The more dry you get, the tighter the joinery will stay. If you're going to be using your dovetail jigs, it's going to be best for your joists or your rafters to be a little bit more on the dry side than on the wet side. Because on the wet side, you're going to shrink.
Well, good. So Feasible's saying that he's going to cut some of the poplar and set it up to dry. I think that's great. If you got the time and you can check it out, I mean, I think that's a really good way to approach it. Because you're going to do something with it.
Yeah, I was going to say, the worst thing that's going to happen is it's not a cant, So I take my 8x12 and either I have 1x8s or 1x12s and I just hammer them down, cut out 2x4s, 2x6s. You can make doors and furniture with it.
Siding.
Yeah. I mean, the siding that we did it on the whole barn here is poplar siding. And we did green board and batten. There's a technique about putting it on the wall, having a slip joint, having your batten on a slip joint on one side. What I actually did is I put it up and didn't put the battens on, and I let it cook in the sun for a year on the wall. In some spots, I had to put some screw where I would see it start. I'm kind of anal about walking around. I'm not always anal about it getting to it right away, but I'm always anal that
There's a lot to
hey,
do.
we need to do something with that. And so while I see if it was twisting or bowing, I just drove screws into the wall with that thing, pinned it there. It dried, but I lost 3/4 of an inch on a 1x12. So that's how much poplar is going to dry.
It does shrink a lot. Actually.
It does.
Yeah.
And I noticed the bees. I was spraying for the carpenter bees this morning on all of the buildings around here. And when we were using that fresh poplar, the bees were coming from miles away to party like it was Ramadan or whatever they party with over there.
I saw a bunch of bees later. You told me about them, and I saw them.
I come home and my wife is enjoying herself because I got her an electric tennis racket she's out there. She
should be here now because we're getting killed by bugs right now.
She finds it very it's therapeutic
there you
to
go.
beat the crap out of a bee. So I enjoy looking out the window and watching her do it. So
I can see that. I just see it in my head. That is
too.
you watching her and the whole. So yeah,
that's a different channel, Jay.
So hey, Pat, I have a 30-foot opening for my mill shed. I was wondering if you'd recommend 6x6 truss beam straight or straight 24x30 beam. We talked about this a little bit, didn't we? But
what are we? A 30-foot opening for the mill shed, a 6x6 truss beam straight, or a straight 24x30 beam. That's a good sized beam,
it's
buddy.
a huge beam.
You can go either way. I like the truss. I guess you're talking about a truss. And I would still think at that span that the truss is going to be probably 8x10s top and bottom cord and maybe 6x6 webs. I think that truss is cool.
It's really cool.
And
check out the Timberframe headquarters one, right? Yeah, check it out, Pat. The Timberframe headquarters truss.
You know what? If you go to Timberframe headquarters, I know this, and you go to their sawmill shed, they have a 24-foot truss, which if you can get the logs long enough cut, if you can get a 30-footer, you can make a truss as long as you want. I might even let you bring it here, and maybe we'll build one together because I really want. I really wanted to build. I love the look of it. We had it in the lodge.
Yeah,
in several spots. I might even do it over my driveway as my entrance over the gate.
All right, we'll see you soon, Pat.
See you soon, buddy. Bring that 30. You got a 30-foot trailer. He has a crane.
I know.
If not, he'll get a 30-foot
his whole
trailer.
collection of his whole collection of.
So, but either way, that giant beam that he was talking about, or wherever the size of it that he went, that's going to be good. I have an 18-inch round white oak. I didn't even square off. So I basically have an 18 by 18. If I squared it off, it'd probably be even less than that.
And it's 30, right? Or what? I always ask this every time. It's 24.
I'm 24 to the inside, and I'm 32 foot overall. But the knee brace is when you put in a structural knee brace or a timber frame knee brace, you're going to get a lot more strength out of it than one that's screwed up there with a little connector, which is going to help support the center of that beam.
Yeah. I like this question. If you had your choice of timber,
like it's wrong. See, Critter, I knew you were watching, buddy.
If you had your choice of timber, what would your number one pick to timber frame be with? That kind of changes, doesn't it? Well, for me, a little bit it has.
Well, the ease of it. Honestly, I'm enjoying right now working with the Southern Yellow Pine.
And I never thought we would say that.
No, it probably was like that because I didn't have a lot of it here. And honestly, our connection to all the pine that I'm getting is my neighbor that wanted a little walking trail. So now I made him a giant garden. I guess we'll call it a Christmas tree.
You mean the size of the Central Park? It's like,
I'm like, how could you have? I'm like, didn't you want a house here?
It's got some really nice trails going through his property, though. Now, very nice trails.
There's a sunny spot in the trail, though. When you hit that opening where we took out those 100 trees,
But what's so funny is it's so dense that it's just shocking when you see some. But there's like it's just hundreds of acres of just dense growth. But then it's like we've been in there, and it's like
there's a trail that you follow, and it's
yeah.
peaceful,
It's
and then
pretty
you're like, holy shit, what the hell? Lucky he doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
No. He
And it
wanted to trade a couple of beams, a couple of trees for a trail.
Yeah.
So I just did a couple hundred trees.
I mean, I still like oak, but I'm really liking the pine. I don't know, I might try.
I do like to work with the oak. I'm not going to lie. Not so much the hickory for timber framing.
Hickory is hard.
It was hard, very hard on your machinery, hard to work with, very heavy, beautiful wood.
Yep.
Check's a little different. White oak is the best stuff for outside. So even if you were doing, like we're going to do a mix and match in my lodge, and I'm sure a lot of my frame is going to be done in southern yellow pine because one, now I have to build more trails, and I have plenty of trees to get at.
Yeah.
But you can get a little bit longer, straighter lengths. I might build portions of it. I might have a pine room, maybe meaning you go into that building, it'll be pine. We're going to do some sort of, we haven't figured it out yet, but it's going to be some sort of where there'll be, we'll call it like a lanai. Build an old Tennessee look where there'll be individual buildings, almost be like a
pavilion. It'll be pavilion style. Yeah.
Joined together.
Yeah.
So we might have a poplar room, a pine room.
I think it comes down to really what you have access to and what you're building, the size of what you're building. A lot of those things are going to matter. I mean, scale matters. But yeah, I mean, I'd say that personally, the white pine is still amazing. It's a little hard to work with. The red pine works really well. It's not red oak. Sorry. And then again, I'm having fun with the pine. We would,
I like, if I had my order, it's white oak, chestnut oak.
Oh, chestnut.
Chestnut's very, very nice to work with, depending on the trees that you have. Has very same similarities it is in the white oak family. Then red oak, and then the southern yellow pine. The only other thing that I haven't tried is the poplar, and that's really the trees that I'm going to have. I'm not going to go to like, well, let me try some exotic wood and buy somebody else's wood either.
Yeah.
I have to talk my neighbor out of it, or I have it here.
Yeah.
And we haven't even unleashed it to you guys, but I have a pile of white oak, red oak, chestnut oak, piles, not even piles of some awesome material.
And there's a lot of other things out here kind of hiding out. If we needed select woods for interiors, which that's a lot of what we talked about too, is maybe we'll use pine for this partial of the structure, and then all your finished wood will be, even that's when like spalted hickory is amazing, those type of things. That
if you want to do some sort of specialty work, I mean, that's what I was thinking, was doing a lot of the main frame out of pine, and then maybe our truss systems all out of the oak would be nice in the hickory. I noticed the sweet gum that we did use has, even the 8x8s were getting some twist to them. So I might stay clear from the sweet gum from there, but have no issue making all your knee braces out of it, or all your smaller timbers out of it.
Yeah.
Really clean, didn't check at all. Some of my oak checks where you can stick your hand in there.
Well,
and it's not there's no detriment to the wood. It's just because the heart is different than the actual heart wood, let's say, and how it's going to break. And it's going to want to check from the center of that out. And that's why almost every beam here in my shop has a check running right through the set. I can almost tell if we screwed up is this one? No, he's right. Is the heart centered? Is the check on the bottom? Is the check on the top? Did I crown it right? I should be able to know. Most of these are split right down the middle because I've center hearted my stuff. But you got to center heart it. Don't think you're going to get away with 2 inches off the bottom and then here's my pith. It's got to be centered.
I think it would also depend too, on what you have, what you have access to. Just about any wood you can kind of make work for a lot of different situations. Just you have to know what you can't do. Like people talking about putting poplar down, you don't want to make the contact with the ground. There's a lot of different limitations to certain things.
You're going to have issues with
any wood,
ground contact. Yeah. That's all going to deal with your foundations and how much you jack that off the ground. white oak is going to just last better in a wet environment just because of the woods and the tannin that it is. It's very tight grained wood, where red oak is going to soak up that wood like a sponge. It's a soft hardwood.
Yeah.
Let's call it soft hardwood that stinks.
It stinks. Yeah, I do like what you're saying though about chestnut. I forget we got a huge selection of chestnut sitting down there too. So yeah, so I guess there's no one real answer to it. It just really depends on a lot of things. John Stoley,
of course,
is asking about what's that? What do you got?
He's asking about, do I have a dowel making video? It's one of our first videos here. How do I even get that up here?
I don't know if you can get it up here right now, but
I'm going to do this.
You're going to find it.
I'm going to put a link in there for you, my friend. But yes, I show you how I use my Woodmaster.
He's in a bar right now. He's not in Disneyland. He's at a bar somewhere.
But he's working.
He's working. That's
we
right,
would
yeah.
be if Bunyan had a bar after there, we would be there at night. But you know that we're not.
All right. Is it true that you want to use? Here we go. Throw this one up here. And is it correct that you want to use dry pegs? Where do you get your pegs, or do you make them? Well, that's kind of what we're talking about right now with John Brote, aka John Stoley.
He stole it.
Stoley, yeah.
I will have to mail him something.
We make them on mostly. It's pretty much on the Woodmaster. What 720?
We do. It's on
you can do it on any shape.
You could do it on any. You could do it on any molder.
Molder, sorry.
We have the wide 725. You could use the 712. I'm going to put a link up to the video. And no, the pegs need to be dry. We have 800 pegs that are made, that have been dried in our kiln for over a year, that are ready to be used. I've got another. I just opened up the kiln. There's another 600 or 700 pegs we're drying for the next section. So the biggest thing is I cut everything into inch by inch and a half by inch and a half squares. We stack them. They need to be dry. Because if you actually turn them into a peg and then let them dry, your 1-inch pegs are going to be small. They're going to shrink. Yeah. So that's the strength of what you're dealing with.
And yes, Brad, Buffalo Customs, you can, Northcott or whoever has Northcott sells, you can buy them. I don't even know what they cost.
He's a peg buyer.
Yeah.
He's a peg buyer.
We'll deal with you later, Brad.
Yeah. I don't sell those. You know what? Go on Etsy. People sell buckets of them. I mean, if I really,
I wonder how much they charge for them, though.
They're not. I'm going to go with the last time. They're probably $1.50 a piece for an 8-inch peg. Now I know we make 2-foot pegs, but that's just kind of how it runs through our machinery. Then we normally cut them down. So we're running 24s. We'll cut them in half to 12s. And if I need bigger ones, because a lot of times I like my pegs to hang out. So you're doing an 8-inch beam and I got 2 inches on each side. I need a 12-inch peg that's not chipped or cracked.
Yeah, we do some pretty good substantial pegs that we make. Scotty, I don't think you really need a very big molder. I bet you can find something eventually. You can just a tiny little guy.
Really, if I went and got you the bit, what I have to use, it's this wide. It's an 1.25 inches wide. So, yes. If the only thing you're doing is just molding pegs. Now, I did buy my Woodmaster. One of the main reasons was for my pegs, but we also make a lot of molding, a lot of TMG, a lot of planing. So it's like we always say, guys, it's super multifunctional.
Yeah, Devin Lander said he's got a lot of southern yellow pine on his land, except for the sap. Yeah, boy, you cut it the wrong time of the year, forget it.
It is, my friend.
You
need to be a winter guy.
Yeah.
Winter cut for your pine, that's for sure. And it's actually better on your body. You live in my area and you know how hot and humid it is.
Kevin Bauer, I do not know I've never cut sycamore personally. I do not know anything.
Sycamore has you know what we used our sycamore for? We made our table bases. Those are those giant logs when we had to redo our tables.
Where'd we get sycamore at?
I came in on a truck somewhere, and it was pretty cool wood to cut.
I don't remember.
But a very strange grain. So if you look it up, you'll see that it has a big tendency to twist and check. Now, I do know they make furniture out of it, so I'm not sure of beams. I cut them, buried them 3 feet underground, and made I don't know what the hell that was.
I hope that's wind and not a ghost or something.
But I made my table bases out of them because I didn't have anything else let's say around that I didn't care about burying in the dirt, because I know that we're going to beat our tables to death and have to fix them every year.
I'm telling you what, if I were doing this from scratch on this kind, knowing what I know now, any kind of wood that would come in, I would probably cant it and keep it and just mark it, and because it's going to have a use somewhere. There's going to be a use for that wood, know. So it's like if you have a place you have to have a place to store it. I mean, be able to dry it and everything and let it sit out. But that would be the old, because I like to collect things like that. That'd be awesome. I have my sycamore here to have this, and then when you need something, you come back to it. Let's see. Difference between white pine and Douglas fir.
Big difference. Big difference. Here, I'm just finishing that little paste up there. Maybe
Okay.
it came up.
Where'd you go?
Boom. There should be a link down in there for me. That actually is, if you guys want to copy that link, that is the video of how to make pegs, how to make timber frame pegs from start to finish, how easy it is.
Probably not the one where I'm just making pegs while Dan's gone.
No, that was what John Stone
Yeah,
said. It's like, I saw a video with Jay, but you weren't in it. Do you really make them?
Yeah.
But yeah, we do. So white pine and Douglas fir. Douglas fir is the best, strongest pine that you're going to get. There's not a comparison. White pine, very, very soft. That's why I don't really have any. I'm getting some from my friend. I'm not even 100% sure how well it is on a timber frame. You probably have to upsize your beams if you're going for any sort of length, because white pine is not a very strong pine. But nothing else, it also makes good siding, flooring, T&J. There's a lot more to a timber frame than just the beams. And that's what the beautiful part about having your sawmill, or even if you had to buy your logs, you're also going to get all the finished materials that you need for the house. What are you going to put on your walls? Are you really going to put sheetrock on the walls?
And then depending on how you're milling, once you really find the yield, what you can get. Like sometimes I'm just shocked, even though we do this all the time, how much we'll get off a certain log. Like we're looking for a cant. We're just looking for a beam, and we get so much material that's just so high quality.
Yeah,
right?
you're getting a cant plus 17 1x boards that came off to make that cant. And I know some of the white pine, and the ones that I saw were just massive. You're going to be able to get some really, really big beams out. But and you could buy timber frame kits made out of white pine. And I really do believe, unless you specify it, that when you get your engineering from a place, they use white pine. So if you use, let's say white pine being the lowest, if you just put oak in after that, you're 5 times stronger. If you use Douglas fir, which is, if you got, even in today's conventional framing, Douglas fir is used for all your headers, all your posts, all your stream. And then you can use, spruce or something else for non-bearing loads. But everything load-bearing needs to be Doug fir, one or better. And there's a reason for that. I mean, even like we had that spruce, I dropped the 2x4 in the ground, it cracked in half. Now, if I took a piece of oak, I couldn't beat it.
That was really weird. And that was a really nice premium wood, too.
It had no knot in it either. It just
strange.
fell off. I'm like, why did that block break in half?
That I wish we had a video of, because it was very strange how it broke like that. It was almost like a breakaway piece of wood from a Hollywood movie or something. Boatwright says that
Southern yellow pine is as strong as Doug fir, but white pine is not. And the southern yellow pine that we have is the same heavy, dense wood that Douglas fir is. And the white pine that I have cut anyway is not, and from what I've heard. But thank you.
And then Rob's asking, hey, Dan, Jay, ever have a crown down by accident, find it a year later and have to replace it? I don't know about replacing.
Replacing is tough, but yes, I have. I was going to do a video, I guess, of the thing all around my property, of the things that I would change or mistakes that were made or things that showed up. But I have one on my utility barn where I keep my crane. I'm going to show Jay tomorrow because I don't even really mention it to him. But I look at the fascia at the end because we're talking about it in the next video that, hey, I want to find pictures of saggy fascia. And I've got a piece of fascia where it's going across and then it bows up and then it goes back across. And what happened is my beam, I don't want to say either I crowned it the wrong way or it bent or turned when it dried in a different direction, and it's up because it's, what am I trying to say? You're instead of crowning up and coming down on your ends, it is crowned in this direction. So my fascia is popping up in one section of
I
the
haven't
building.
seen it. How come I haven't noticed? I'll have to go.
There's
That's
a lot of
crazy.
reasons
Well,
why you probably haven't noticed.
Let's not.
But I'm going to show
Let's
you
not get into
first
that.
thing on Monday, not tomorrow, because we're sleeping until at least 6. Because hopefully I don't have
Somebody's
to get
gonna
up
be-
and do some
somebody's
sort
gonna
of
be texting
premiere
you.
in the morning. But yes, should I replace it? I don't really care because it's my utility barn. But you might have to. And if that's the case, now you got to take your roof off. You got to cut into it, pull a rafter out. And it could be worse. I mean, you could do it. And I believe I do have one beam in the carriage house that's really buried in the wall. I don't want to say it's buried, but it has a crown that came down, and it actually bent on a 16-foot span. I think it's 3/4 of an inch that's bent down. And I want to say I'm usually pretty anal about crowning everything that I do. Maybe
It might have been my fault.
Maybe this was way too early. You had no power back then.
Wait, I got.
But
power.
I remember we built posts under the center of it because I was
Mhm.
trying to make it not twist. Now we had one of those floor joists. We had perfectly 20 floor joists. Everything was perfect. And then we had that one super
Mhm.
bowed one. So now we're trying to make a flat floor. And we're planing on the more I'm the more the more Jay was planing on it, it's bowing more because
It's
you're pulling
releasing
on,
that,
you're
yeah.
releasing the tension to make it worse and worse and worse
Yeah.
to where I believe that 6x8 is now 7 inches in the middle. It's still there. I won't show you which one. If you guys come, maybe you can.
Doesn't
find
matter
it.
on the structure. It's not doing anything for this. I mean, it's not really doing anything.
No,
but
it
it's
could
just-
pop. You know what I mean? With the
Yeah.
dovetail joint, if you get if it starts to really bow, you're gonna get your
out a
face
little.
cut is not gonna stay perfect. That's why I do suggest that to get your timbers as dry as you can, 25% and less. 20 is even better if you're gonna do floor joists and you want to dovetail them together. And that's why this new dovetail jig that we're making is actually going to be pocketed dovetails. So that you're going to be able to have dovetails set, recessed inside a pocket, which is not done on any of the, not the Mafel, not the Arundate, none of that. The Linga tool don't have that availability. All of theirs are face cut, the same way as my original jig is. But this, I think, is going to make a very cooler, stronger structure.
Yeah, I like where that's heading with the.
It is, and I'm going to blow a whole roof out of it. I got 26 of them to make.
I don't know if it's. I mean, it's interesting too because I like the concept because it seems over engineering to me, but I also see where there's a safety thing because I think the standard dovetail
Correct.
is great. I mean, it's super strong, but just that little added thing can make. I mean, it's just
So,
one of the
yeah,
over engineering a bit, maybe. I don't know. but
No,
it's-
I don't
you can't
think
hurt
so.
to do that.
If you do a dovetail, and I've done them too quick before, where I've used really green timbers, and then what's going to happen is the timber is going to shrink in its successive order, and your dovetail is going to shrink. And
Yeah, that's
I've
true, too.
seen
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So now my beam where my dovetail is going into, that has shrunk. This has shrunk. It's putting excessive force on that dovetail piece. Now, if you use dry timbers already, you're not going to have the shrinkage factor of the beam and the rafter. So the closer you could get to dry, that's going to last longer. Now, with the pocketed dovetail that I'm talking about making, it's going to sit into a dovetail, and then the actual face cut is getting recessed into a pocket. So even if, let's just say, everything went bad, my dovetail gave way, I'm still sitting in a standard pocket that most timber frames are just a square pocket and put in. Some of the high, the buildings that you get that are all CNC cut, they're all just flat face frame dovetails. They don't sit into pockets either. They do like to use drier wood, which I guess helps out, but I've never really gone back and seen a CNC cut house and go back 5 years. When you put something up that you've just made love to all this wood and all the joinery, right away it looks good. A year or two from now, stuff changes. I mean, this stuff, you got to remember that you're going to be dealing with timbers that bend. I don't want to say bend, but they have stresses into them.
They're living,
And
more or less.
twist. I mean, I've got a twist right here. Every time I'm doing it, I'm looking up at that and I'm like, I see it every day. And yeah, on one side, I've got a beam that's twisting out and I've got a beam that's twisting in this direction. So on one of my joints, which I know I didn't leave like that on the table.
But this is how old now? It's like,
yeah, I don't think you could get those pins out because the stress that are on those pins, you couldn't repin that into place. I would have to tear apart the sidewall, come along this thing ridiculously together. It's still so strong. I just try not to look at that joint.
Just don't look. We'll put a piece of art.
I normally, if this building wasn't that old, I would say Jay did it. But
I was hanging from this thing, though. I remember that.
I don't think you made any of those.
I don't think I did make any of those joints.
So
that's funny. Oh, speaking of pegs, though, the Brad Buffalo Custom Miller, he's stuck on the whole peg thing.
He's not stuck. He pays $1 a piece for his.
What about hickory? Hickory is a funny thing to coming back to handles for tools and stuff too. It's like
hickory would be super great for a peg. I don't think you're going to get those at Norcott. I do know that Timberframe headquarters at one time was selling pegs too. I think the guys on Etsy was the best price when I was looking. And I still did mine on the lathe. They probably cost me $15 a piece to do them myself because I didn't want to spend $1 for somebody else's wood. It's not about the money other than the point of I wanted to make everything.
Well, but you also like to figure it out, which is why all these innovations have come around with using the saw the sawmill to do certain tenons and cuts and things. And
I just don't quit. I try to I don't want to say perfect or.
Yeah, but you're innovating all the time, and you're also
it's like
finessing,
working on the line. I try to feel like you're working on the Ford line, and we're pushing beams out. What's the best, quickest, fastest, easiest, most accurate way to do it? And I try to innovate that, and I'm just innovated for myself. If it works, I show you guys. If not, nobody ever knew what I tried.
Even me. Sometimes I don't.
Eventually, we might sneak it into a movie, and then you're like, I never heard about that again.
And you never will.
But we with the Podger video, when we were scribing that was the first time that we did our trusses, and I didn't automatically cut. All right, I know everything's a 47-degree angle, and we just cut them first. We scribed everything. And how much time did we save?
Oh, man.
We didn't have to refit. I don't want to say anything, but almost nothing.
But that wasn't the same as a standard refit. I mean, that was literally, there'd be a little finagling. Literally, that was because you're off by a 16th, and it's got to be right.
There was a long time when we were doing in knee braces and stuff like that. If you're not scribing them to fit the beams that you have or the structure that you have, you need to learn to cut, let's say a half a blade to nothing and make a perfect. You need to be a master at that skill saw or a chisel, but you're not chiseling oak.
That's why I like the scribing thing works. I mean, again, because especially if you're using your own wood and you've got different types of wood, you're going to need to be able to get in there and finesse that thing. It scares me to think about going and cutting 100 knee braces just to spec measurement, just to spec measurement and then just trying to fit them together. I mean, I know people sell them as kits like that and you get them as kits like that. I know that, but I don't know.
Yes, when you get a kit, well, here's the deal. When you get a kit and you're not cutting it off the sawmill, that stuff is S4S, meaning that it's planed all four sides. Yeah. It's been dried all four sides. You're not using rough cut, rough sawn timbers off a mill. That has, I don't care, we're using carbide blades. Yes, oh God, I'm saying they're flat. Do you get minor variations of waves that are 1/16 of an inch? Yes, that's going to mess up your joinery right there. Sometimes way the two built, maybe how my bent and the side rails go together. Now, let me tell you, when I say they're close, they're close. I mean, oh my God, it's 47 degrees and I needed 47.25 degrees, but I don't like to have.
Try to get it right first.
Try to get it right on the money. But I also, we don't leave it. No. We don't leave it if, let's say I've got a gap on one side of mine. Now, that gap might show up in your building later on, as this thing is drying and twisting together, you might, if you're not pocketing your knee braces, and this whole garage, we just did flat cut knee braces with no pocketing. So I can actually see my cut joint. I already know that there's going to be some that has moved, because the building is just meant to move from the start of you building it until you move into it and put the heat on for the first winter, or run the air conditioning all summer in an enclosed building. That building's going to twist and move a little bit. Not anything that you're going to be able to read off of a level, but if you move a 16-foot beam 1/8 of an inch 16 feet away, could leave you a 1/4 inch gap on something else. So that's kind of why we're fitting now every piece individually on my table.
Yeah.
Not mass produced. I mean, knee braces, I mass produced them. But sometimes I'm working on knee braces or refitting or refixing knee braces a lot.
Yeah. So we're doing our own little kits, but they're kits that are scribed specifically in a group, that these three pieces go together and fit this way. They're scribed
if you see
together.
any of our videos, and we've got this strange ass number system that we use to try to put our beams together, that joint goes in that hole and it won't fit in any. I mean, it might,
but it's not going to look the same.
It might, but we've had problems before where the numbers got erased off the beams, or the wax actually removed. Remember, it removed our pen marks, and we're like, holy shit, I got 20 knee braces that I don't know where they go. We were fitting holes, fitting pieces, and you can see how different each one of them is.
Can be. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. It's 3-8.
You've only been up since 3:30?
Were you texting Dan? Because he texted me.
You're darn right. And even Radcast Dog was up with myself too. He was up at 4 a.m. too, watching his video.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. I'm feasible. That's awesome. I'm really brand new at this, just getting my system up and running. I will use greenwood and try to seal the system you guys talked about. Just a small cabin, 12 by 15. That's perfect. I mean, if that's the way you're going, I think a 12 by 15, it'll just get you excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying for us, I'm building a 12 by 15. I'm like, it's a 2-week project.
Yeah.
It's a perfect size.
Yeah.
I feel like going there and helping.
You want to?
I mean,
we'll be right over. Need something small to do.
Each wing on my garage is 16 feet by 48 feet.
Yeah.
It's long. It looks really cool when you got all the beams and stuff in place, and it looks so big. But
12 by 15, boy, your vents and everything. I mean, there's not so much there to deal with. But everything you're going to do is a joint, or if you're going to have knee braces, you're going to all the stuff behind. All this will be included, and that's enough to go on and then build a whatever.
I mean, a 12 by 15 is a 6-post cabin.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I wish I was going there to do that, Jay.
It's a little bit easier than the 5,500.
One of you guys could come here and finish the barn.
That's right. We're heading out.
Kevin Bauer, good night,
Good
buddy.
night.
He's been commenting on our stuff. Ridiculous.
Love it. Ever make knee braces or other parts from naturally curved lumber? Now, it's funny that you say that, because we haven't.
What's funny about it?
Well, because we talk about you see that where people are doing the crotch pieces and all that, and there's a couple of pieces that are up on the hill where Dan's like, oh my gosh, that has to be some sort of crazy beam in a bar or something. So I mean, if you can see it and dream it and it'll hold up, play with that stuff,
honestly, with that, I told you I cut that big red oak that fell the other day out of the woods, and I looked at that piece and I said, look at all of the curved knee braces that I can get, because we are about ready to do that. I want to do some live edge curved knee braces. Totally can be done. Totally has to be fit. That's something where you're going to have to scribe that piece in there, because you can't square off a curved beam.
But I still hope. I hope we'll get up to the hill at one point. I'll probably be on the house. But there's a really cool piece sitting up there. It's almost like
it's a perfect arch.
Perfect,
We were gonna make a wedding arch for somebody. We had like 7 projects for this thing. a bar top edge, a round window. It's still sitting there in a tree.
Yeah.
It's still laying.
It'll come
there in
around.
the pile.
But yeah, there's some really cool stuff you can do.
With the 136, we can fit it in there and
Yeah.
actually cut it with the bed piece. But yeah, once I get our barn finished and established, we'll have more time playing, having fun with some cool, let's say I don't want to say high tech,
No, but
high quality,
some finesse
different,
stuff.
different
some finesse
rafter
stuff.
systems.
Yeah.
Different ways to join some things. I mean, right now we're just in like mass quantity of massive beams going together, and I'm really building rustic. I mean,
Yeah.
this is not a Euro.
Well, that's a really good point though too, because it really does matter. I mean, from a design back point, I've always been years. It's you don't mix so many woods together. You pick your style, but then you realize it's like at the carriage house, we've got so many things going, and for the rustic nature that it is, it really works really well.
It does.
Because
you said the same thing in carriage house. You're like, you're going to use all wood?
all that wood.
I had one guy even comment. He goes, too much wood is too much. I said, well, not for me.
Yeah.
He said, any sheetrock is not my favorite.
Well, it ends up being, all the only sheetrock in there is in the kitchen,
Bathroom.
right? And then the bathroom part of the only
Only
the shower.
in the kitchen. I put it behind the kitchen cabinet so that we could glue up the wood.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because everything's wood in there too.
We
That's
put
right.
farmwood siding, and yes, I have 4 pieces of sheetrock in the shower that I tiled over.
I really wasn't a fan of sheetrock, but
I mean, I am in certain circumstances, but not in a timber frame, or not in timber frame for me.
Yeah.
If I'm doing anything, we're going to do, we'll do tongue and groove. If I got to change it up, I'll change the pattern of my tongue and groove. I'll come up with some crazy shade. We'll come up with something that'll make that stand out. And we did it with so many different woods in the carriage house. I think there's 9 different types of wood, from cherry to hickory to oak to
hickory.
poplar.
And then,
you got it.
Yeah,
I don't think it's too much. You think it's too much?
No, I think it ended up looking out good. And I think that's the whole thing. Like what I noticed is that you can have, like sometimes depending on how they're finished, will be done. And it's sometimes like, is that white oak or pine even sometimes? Because they work together better than you think, than I thought, depending on the staining that you use and the final finish. And plus it just looks, it literally looks good. And I liked what we're doing down at the carriage house too, with the contrast that we have. Some really light colors with some really dark wood too, which is a whole aesthetic thing, but it's not really,
I'm in the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Greg, sorry, Greg. Woodland Mills does not give a discount. I don't get a discount either.
That'd be nice though, wouldn't it?
Would be nice. And don't get me wrong, because I asked them. I said I make so many videos for you guys. I know how many sawmills I don't exactly know, but I know I've sold hundreds of sawmills, and a lot of my guys on this channel, I believe, bought a sawmill because I know Scotty Callan has. He was mad when I got the 136 because he's like, I just got the 130 like my hero has.
It'll be fine, Scotty. You'll be fine.
I'm keeping my 132, Scotty. So don't worry about it.
Get worked.
So no, Woodland Mills, unfortunately, I don't get discounts on chain mortisers, things like that. We're getting the discounts on the new tools that you can't get. Makita doesn't deal with us.
Yeah,
I didn't even try.
A lot of cool specialty tools have cropped up. Like, I mean, I think that's the thing about Star Hill. I mean, and that's been a thing with us for a long time. It's like,
it's true.
We get those discounts for people on, on some really cool, innovative type tools to play with and stuff like that.
It's stuff that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Very, very.
Like a Woodland Mills you can get anywhere, and they're always going to have another mill. But like the Podgers, the dovetail cabin tools.
Yeah, I mean Podgers, I see them every once. So I've seen them for a long time, and I'm like, people just making them, and now that Robert's doing that, it's fantastic to be able to have access to those type of things just right here in this community. I was going
to say I put that out on the Timberframe Apprentice today.
Did you?
Okay. And had a lot of comments from a lot of the pros that are in there that find my way semi-questionable.
Your way is questionable.
They were all happy about it too. So I wouldn't be surprised that some of those guys are ordering from you. Now, you guys that do this timber framing stuff all the time, a lot of them already have Podgers.
Right. Yeah.
And they're also called drift pins.
Is that really? Okay,
yeah. So they're either drift pins or Podgers, and most guys should know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So RC Dreaming, do you teach classes on timber framing or just make videos? Well, you know, it's funny because it was just building stuff. Then we made videos about it because we just thought it'd be kind of interesting to show people and, you know, kind of almost as a, you know, something to look back on years down the road. And then it just sort of grew from there. So no classes. I mean, John.
I was going to say short. No, we don't really do. We don't do the traditional timber framing school one. We don't have the time to do that kind of stuff. It's not our passion. We're not trying. I'd rather invite you guys here and we do a little bit of stuff there. But if you do need or want to go to the timber frame class, check out Star Hill Timberworks. I mean, several of the members here are already signed up to go to his classes. Super reasonable, super nice guy. He's going to give you more than the basics. I'll tell you that. And he's a knowledgeable guy. So if I had anybody, I do have lots of friends that run schools, run classes. So depending on where you live, I could probably push you around to some other places. But if I had one choice, I'd probably go to John. And just he's going to make it fun and happy. You know, a lot of times you go to these classes and you go to the Shelter Institute, plan on sitting in your ass in a class looking at a book, as opposed to, you know, I don't want to say you won't get to the mortiser and stuff like that, but how deep you want to go? Do you need to get practical where you can read a book about it, or do you want to be, the easiest way is have someone show you.
Yeah. And they dig in, and he digs into a lot of different tools and stuff too, which I like. He's also not afraid to use any. No, it's old school. Plus, he also, you know, uses chain mortars or use those kinds.
He's the only guy that really picked up our sawmilling technique. Yeah. All the other schools hated it because you turn a 9-hour class into 20 minutes.
Yeah,
and they don't make any money. So I understand why, you know, you mess with a guy's livelihood. He's not going to be your best buddy. To me, I don't make money this way. We're just doing it for fun.
Yep.
And our experiences and stuff here, if you need something specific, we'll try to help you along the way. If I have to, I'll make a video. I get enough requests, I'll try to make a video of it. But we don't make, I don't want to say we don't make, like, hey, we're going to go out today and let's make a video.
There's no curriculum about what we're doing.
There's no curriculum. It's like, this is what we're doing today. This happens to be timber framing, or these are the trusses I'm making.
And we actually laugh about it a lot because we don't stop to do a video where we talk. You know, as I say, I see sometimes maybe we should talk more about what we're doing for the day or for the week, but we just go do it and then show it. We don't, you know, we don't prep for it. And, you know, because we, you know, like Dan's always got a task of, okay, and then if it's raining, we're switching to this. If it's this, we're going to here. If the temperature's there, we go to here.
There's a plan B in my day every day.
And plan C.
Yeah, and if something happens, we broke a tool that now I can't even complete my day without that tool. We're going to the next. We're going to the next step. There's so much to do.
Yeah, for a while to come.
This is my buddy Rob. He's joined in too. This is another guy. Comments on everything I have. And I'm getting to find out by your comments that he's a more seasoned timber framer than he might let on. But he's saying Western Canada and BC has timber frame on-site classes.
Mike Bird's here. Mike Bird wasn't here earlier, I don't think. Let's see.
Who's that?
Mike Bird.
Good to see you, Rob. I'm glad you're with us, my friend. Mike Bird. I don't know Mike Bird. Hey, Dan and Jay, or maybe I do.
I thought we did.
Seems to know us.
Yeah, I thought we knew. Yeah, I thought we knew. Let's see. What do we got here?
Roger Dodger tool. See, Rob even likes your tool, my friend.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. The whole Roger Podger thing.
Rob was with us 2 weeks ago when that whole scenario went down.
And I went back to the website and I had put Roger on the website too.
I know.
Oh, you knew that.
Did you tell me that already? Even humming the song too on it.
So I went back and changed it to Robert's real name, but anyway, people like the Roger Podger thing. Sounds good.
John Stoley, yep, your set of tools from John. I do know that they did just get picked in. I know that he retooled everything, so perfect. Lola Bean is still saying hi.
Hi, that's my daughter. Hi, sweetheart.
What are you doing on a timber framing school? You just want to hang out with Dad. That's lovely. I love that. My wife's probably home sleeping. I
That's-
don't think she knows where I'm at. She
Hey,
thinks I'm
Craig.
playing cards.
Craig's back on. Got the kilted Sawyer. Hey, Craig, you must be done with your thing.
Is it?
So
Yeah. Are you done, buddy? It is 2.5 hours into this thing, fellas.
I know. I guess we probably should.
We're getting to that.
Yeah.
Jay is blinding me. Oh, with this.
Ooh,
Ooh, it's soft too up here. Oh God, Pat Channing. Thanks, Roger. So, guys, do we have it? I'm glad to see that everybody was. This was an active live.
We've been.
We
having
got
some good
60
lives.
guys still hanging out at 10:30. It's 10:30 on our side, but I don't know about your side. I'm glad to see that. Hopefully, some of you made friends. I know that Chris Coletti. Call him Chris C. He was just still on here. He should get hooked up with Brandon Dreyer in
I got some
Maine.
crazy. Hold on, I got a critter down here.
I know we have
We have a
there's-
critter infestation.
There's mice in here running in and out. Our cat is not working.
Where is the cat? Sorry, guys.
I don't know.
That's weird.
Kilted Soil. Woodland Mills gave $100 veteran discount when you received your 130 max. I did not know that. Wow. They usually don't. They usually have like I know they have free shipping month, and a lot of times they'll give a power head away or something like that. That's awesome.
Thanks
So
for your service.
Yeah, thank you for your service. And you guys, hey, I say go to Woodland Mills. Get yourself $100 off or something.
I like that. Okay.
Okay, RC Dreamin', I appreciate you too, my friend. We're here a couple times a month. We do this kind of fun
Mhm.
stuff here. We normally will get with some of the other guys, or you guys get to meet each one, or and become friends on your own. That's what this is about. Really, this is about the community and how everybody gets together. And I'm glad to see Brad. I'm seeing Kevin, Kenny. It's great, guys. So I don't know. We're gonna wrap this up here.
Got to go find where all these mice are.
You know what we
There's
do?
something,
is we
something,
close the
something big's
door.
over here in the corner. It might be a raccoon. I don't know what the hell's going on here.
Be fine.
Oh, guys, this is great. So yeah, let's see.
Guys. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody seems to be happy about the information.
Absolutely.
Everybody made some friends. We met some new people today that we're never going to forget.
Mhm.
And we'll get somebody on next time.
And I'm gonna get off and go talk to my daughter on the phone because
Yeah.
apparently she wants to talk to me.
And then there you go. You're foreman. We're going to send you out a text. You guys want that stuff for your mill? Let me know. And all I can tell you, Heath, is if we don't get enough guys, you might be getting 4 tickets. 10 are going out. If only 2 guys want to be in the raffle, you each get 5. So do something cool with them.
All right.
Harmon Stanford, good night, buddy. You take care of them cows. Black and Gold Farm. I didn't forget the spinners. Make sure the only way I can get you in the raffle, because I seriously, I just told you, we have 160 guys here. So I'm just starting to get to know a lot of you. And I definitely know you, Bob, but make sure, comment in, I don't care what your comment says, as long as your name tag comes up. We'll put you
That's
in,
asking.
buddy.
Like, I don't care what you say, but
I don't care either.
All right,
You
okay.
want to put me down?
Yeah.
You want to mock me? I don't care. You're still going in the raffle.
all right, guys. We appreciate you very much. Everybody, be safe out there. Happy milling.
Yeah. Don't miss next week's video, the roof system,
That's
which
right.
is the same as your wall systems. Guys, you'll be impressed. Don't bother with them SIPs is all I can say. If you're making a SIPs order, wait till next week.
That's right.
Save yourself at least 65 G's.
And there you go.
See you,
Good
fellas.
night, everybody.